button pressed. We will be live in about 10 seconds or so.
Nice.
And we are live! Hi, everyone. Oh, interesting. I need to change the what's display capture. There we go. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
We have Ray, good to see you, glad to have you. Jubilant, good to see you, glad to have you. Sarah, good to see you, glad to have you. Little cat, our little cat is ready to go. And hello, Niniri, how are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I am a little, not even tired. I'm actually pretty okay. Just like waking up. I slept in a little. Would you like to tell the peoples what we did last time?
I certainly can. I can make an attempt of it at the least. Last time we had sort of recouped our good friend, whose name Joseph. I'm Eorzean. Had perished at the hands of an Indiana Jones boulder, tragically. That had been dislodged after we slew Borgen, who was a traitorous member of the Rebel Alliance. Hung out with Princess Leia a lot, but then turned out to be really bad. He, as we killed him, he let go of this boulder, but then crushed good Joseph, and we had to go talk to his daughter. And now we're here at Kashwan Keep to get a magical fire. No,
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the fire does. I've forgotten. But it does something.
But we will find out, that is for sure.
That is for sure. I think we have the Prince of Kashwan with us.
Yes, we do. We have Gordon.
Good. Which is a... I mean, he looks like a prince. His name isn't particularly princey, but...
I mean, are you saying that just because he's got the blonde hair and the classic...
Yeah, he looks princey. To me.
What are we supposed to add? Oh, key items, right. Did we already go through stuff? No.
Yeah.
No, because we have to get... Oh, did we get the Sunfire?
I kind of
think... we have to...
Yeah, no, we can't do it until we get the Eggy torch. Edgil torch.
Yeah. That's what's going on.
Get off the blanket. I need it. I need it for streaming. Give me the blanket. Okay.
Very important to stay warm.
Yeah, which is paradoxical maybe in Singapore. But...
Well, it is currently like, what is it even here? It is like 5C where I am in terms of the temperature, so...
Okay. Cold.
Yeah, definitely can relate to wanting it.
Yeah, no, it's more the fact that I need the aircon to combat the humidity.
Oh, yeah, okay, I would not have expected that.
Yeah, I mean, like, jungle country, right? Okay. 2 down 2. Okay. Okay, there is treasure this way, but no lore importance. There's a cure ball. Now, one has to wonder what a cure ball does.
Is it like a chocolate full of candies?
That would be delicious. And nutritious.
Magically delicious. Secretly nutritious. Do you have the Lucky Charms in Singapore?
No, but I have eaten them. And I very much enjoyed them. You have to buy them in like the import section, so they're expensive.
Right, of course.
I like those, and I like Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah, Fruity Pebbles are great. They're not my first go-to, but I definitely they're wonderful.
If I had my druthers, I'd probably go with Lucky Charms. I like the marshmallows.
Yeah, I love, and the thing I like the ratio. Like I like having the like normal ass like cereal thing with them, so that you have like the juxtaposition of that to the marshmallows.
I'm not that person who just eats the marshmallows out of the bag and ruins it for everyone else.
Currently 18C in my part of the UK, yeah.
Are you warmed by the flames of the impoverished masses in the cost of living crisis, Ray Ray?
I'm sure no other country can.
Yeah, well, that's true. What is
I want those... What does 3 go to? I don't know.
That little...
The one down in the bottom? I'll let you
No, the one at the top is 3, but these maps are like...
okay.
I mean, they're annotated perfectly well, I just can't find 3. Let's have a look. Oh, okay,
absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Oh, there's 3. It's just a tiny little room. Oh, are you ready to cast ice magic?
Let's hit the turtles for all that we've got. Will Blizzard be enough, I wonder?
I think it will. A few blizzards, maybe. Man, the Adamantos... I do think the Adamantos... I know we were discussing scale in Final Fantasy the other day. I think the Adamantos in 13 does a pretty good job as well.
Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen the one in 13. I'd have to remember which one that is.
You just have to cast Bio on it.
The other thing, I forget what it's called, but that like world boss in Grand Pulse that 13 did, I thought was a really cool use of scale. Adamantois.
Is that Gigantois? Is it another tortoise?
So there's the ones in 13 that are giant. Yeah. Okay, I love those things. Those things are really cool. I remember meeting those. Those things are awesome because of how huge they are. But I'm also thinking of like that like giant summons thing that's in the background on Grand Pulse.
Oh, is that Titan?
I think so.
The one that gives you the quest line and eats things?
Yeah, Titan. Yep, that is. Yep, it is him. I just love anytime something does huge, enormous. Well, I swear there's that 10 did a version of something like the 13 tortoise, but I can't. Adamantoids, but I can't remember what I'm thinking of.
I mean, 10 had plenty of world bosses.
Yeah. I mean, 10 did scale on it well in a number of levels. I mean, not least of which being with Sin.
I was about to say Sin, right? Yeah.
Count Chocula and Booberry and Frankenstein, one I forgot the name of. I've actually never had those because, because you see them at the store here, but they're like, they're not even off-brand. Like, that's not even right, but they're like just not the like first go-to for me.
A lot of the bosses, I guess, in 10 are in the arena, right? The monster arena.
Right. Well, there are a lot of bosses, I guess, when you think about it, that are like medium big size, like you know, Anima, stuff like that.
Penance? Is Penance big?
Penance is big, yeah. Because you fight him on the airship.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find something for... Yeah, because, like, if you look at Penance, he's like...
He's a large boy.
Yeah, he's a large boy. Such an interesting shape.
The designs in 10 are pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like overly laud 10 on this, but I do feel like 10 feels like one of the Final Fantasies where they like had a design aesthetic and thesis that doesn't look quite like any of the other Final Fantasies.
And, these rats kick ass.
What, in terms of getting their ass kicked?
I like them. I like the were rats. I just like the design.
Just imagining like a little stuffed one on your shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd buy that. I mean, not for much money, but I'd buy it. Shadows. Yeah, we're in full D&D enemies here.
Mm-hmm.
Although they look nothing like D&D shadows.
I mean, but isn't that like also a running thing where it's like sometimes it looks like just like the thing, and then other times it's like, okay, they clearly went a direction.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Frankenberry. What's a... It tastes like berries?
Oh, here, you don't know what Frankenberry is? Let me show you. So, yeah, apparently it's Frankenberry. We got these gummy snacks to hand out for Halloween, and they're shaped like those characters. Yeah, let me show you what those are. Frankenberry. So it is a cereal line where it's... oh, you're not on stream.
I can catch up.
Yeah, if you want to pull stream up real quick.
Okay.
Count chocolate.
That guy's creepy.
Yeah, so it's just like a whole line of cereals. Oh, here's the.
Also, like they're like all mushrooms. Marshmallows. I invented my own somewhat sinister universe there.
It's like half marshmallows, half like other sweet thing, kind of like what Lucky Charms does.
Okay. Oh my
and they've got like little characters.
Oh
wait, what?
Can't check you.
I mean, have you seen Hotel Transylvania? I mean,
yes.
Kind of already did.
Yeah.
So I just found out if I hold right click, I can.
Oh, you can run.
Game.
Oh, that's amazing.
I want them because you can't get them here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
apparently.
Regional?
Well, Ray says it, so she wants them because they can't get them in the UK, but here you can. They're pretty ubiquitous as far as I know. You know what I miss here
What do you
is
miss?
the Oreo cereal. They used to have the Oreo cereal here.
Oh, with like little Oreos. I think I've seen that.
Yeah, well, so they're little ring O's that were like Oreo flavored, and then it had these wonderful marshmallows in them. And now they sell it. They went away, and then it came back, but it doesn't have the marshmallows in them. However, in some stores in Japan, they still sell the Oreo cereal, and they sell it with the marshmallows.
Man, Japan gets all the best snack food.
Apparently, although they have terrible soda selection.
Okay, I like ramyun.
Well, I love ramen, like and stuff, but like if you want like anything like that's like Pepsi or Coke product, your choice is like Coke, Pepsi, or Mountain Dew, and like no variants.
Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Oh, but you have like grape flavored sodas, right?
Japan or us?
Japan.
Yeah. I mean, they have all kinds of flavored sodas like that are Japanese sodas, but they're still like far less options than we do in America. Like I go to a gas station, like just a random ass gas station in the middle of nowhere, and I'm gonna have a wall that is like from one end of my wall over here to the other that is just different sodas. Like
Fair.
the amount of soda options you got here is crazy.
Okay. I had
miss
a Monster
s'more
Energy
cereals.
today. It was one of those days.
Oof. I think those things taste like ass.
They kind of do.
I love that everyone I say that to, even the people who drink Monster, are like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, you are right. I like Red Bull taste though.
That cherry bull piss is what that tastes
Yeah,
like to me.
basically. I mean, you're not wrong.
Sarah misses s'more cereal. Do they not still sell that? I thought they totally did. I swear I've seen that recently.
I'm not a big cereal person, I guess. Nowadays.
Yeah,
But, like,
I guess
I always enjoy like I never like eat cereal and think, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't eaten that. Like I always enjoy cereal. There's like a
Same.
billion doors here, so on this floor. So
Well, it's a good thing that we trained a little bit, so it's not exactly like we're struggling with the foes.
that's true. The were rats
Wonder-
aren't putting up quite the defense.
Yeah, I wonder
I
which is
don't
the
go through that one yet. Go through the
Okay.
one next to it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the Kellogg's s'more cereals. Yeah. Yeah, I typically don't eat breakfast because I get like nauseous in the morning. So a lot of times for me,
Okay.
cereal is like midnight food.
Okay. Do you like the cookie cereal, Ray Ray? Like the cookie crunch that we used to have in the UK?
Is that like Cookie Crisp?
It has like little cookies in it, but like not really.
Let me
Like
look up,
kind like a chunk of cereal material that has like chocolate chips in it. In with the cereal.
What I'm seeing, so like, what I'm seeing, I looked up Cookie Crunch and I see like,
Is a big wolf on the
This.
front of it?
oh, that's Cookie Crisp. Yeah, Cookie Crisp.
Okay.
Cookie Crisp.
Oh, you're not a fan, Ray Ray? What about those things that have like chocolate in them? And they eat each other in the adverts?
I love Cookie. Wait, what?
Yeah, this cannibalism is a major part of their advertising. Okay, so don't go in number 9, that door there.
Yeah.
So don't go in number 7 either. Okay, so just continue on around, and I'll tell you which one to go.
Just scream really loud in my ear. No, not that one.
Yeah, basically, that's what I'm going for here.
So today is going to be the first day that we actually get to
No.
engage with. Oh. With
I was delayed.
it's the first time we're gonna go into something, the Dreadnought, which is going to disappear after we do it, which I'm pretty sure would be the first time in Final Fantasy that there is like a piece of content that will
Yeah.
disappear.
That one. Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm almost certain you're right. Yeah,
How do
because
you feel
one
Yeah, go ahead.
you could revisit pretty much anything, right?
As far as I can think of.
Okay, so yeah. Okay.
I mostly eat crunchy nut cornflakes, but I get cravings for Lucky Charms every 6 months or so and pay a stupid amount for a box.
Yeah, it's expensive out of America.
How expensive is it?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Not that door either. I know that I'm being really slow on the uptake on
You may want to give me like an extra 5 seconds earlier.
I'm so focused on the cereal discussion. I'm like closing my eyes to picture cereals. Ray, are you a Weetabix person? I hate Weetabix.
I wasn't aware anyone actually liked stuff like that. That wasn't over the age of 50.
Exactly, it's like an old person food. Ray is gonna be like, oh yeah, I love Weetabix. I couldn't get by without them.
The few places you can even find it, you're looking at double the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you can get like a giant ass box that's like this big, but like this wide for like $5.
Yeah, no way. Actually, most of the places that you could buy it in near my hometown, which is kind of like almost a village, was like candy stores. That's what they think of American cereal.
I was about to say that's such a dour yet fair look on American cereals.
So there's that chest in the middle that we're gonna want to go see.
Not sure anywhere even sells them right now. Well, Ray, maybe I'll just have to ship you a giant box of Lucky Charms. That might even actually be cheaper. Than...
It might be, yeah. Look at us dual wielding a spear and a staff on me. Oh, not Gordon. Not tiny, weak Gordon.
Oop, I actually should have. Well, okay, no, I just meleeed it to death.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, if it's not broke.
Little weak Gordon. Yeah, I didn't even bother training him, because I literally let him die when I went to go do some grinding and just left it because we're going to lose him anyways.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's true. We aren't allowed to have all those sweet marshmallow bits and crap in cereal.
Yeah. So there is a door in the top right of this area that we'll want to go see. There you go. That was good warning.
There you go. Yeah, now we're ahead. Gemini, good to see you. Glad to have you. Okay, now I have to get some cereal.
Yeah, that's fair, Gemini.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, no one's ever eaten cereal and gone, oh, that was lame, right? I think even in its very base. I mean, maybe a cornflake, actually.
I was gonna say, like, I can definitely think that someone was like, oh my god, Lucky Charms have been hyped up, I'm so ready, and then get them and could be underwhelmed by them or something. But like, generally, no, I don't think people have been regretful for eating cereal.
If I cornflake, a plain cornflake, I need to put sugar on it.
I eventually became an adult and was able to not do that, but then again, I most of the time am just gonna eat Frosted Flakes at that point.
Right, fair. I eat like Singaporean breakfast now.
What's that consist of?
Like street food, basically. Oh no, Gordon.
Alas, ye Gordon, we knew you very finitely.
Yeah. I'm not sure that the character building on Gordon was done. But I still think this game's primed for a remake.
Oh my god, yeah. Honestly, I really want them. I don't know if we're gonna see anything like this because actually, you know what, I'm just gonna leave Gordon for now.
Yeah.
We'll go north or south? You said,
no.
Top right?
Yeah, there's
okay.
No, top right. There's a treasure up there for us.
Cool. In some ways I wish Remake and FF and Stranger Paradise hadn't happened in the way that they did, because I would love just like an FF1 made in modern standards, just straight up like remake it so that like you're doing a level of rewrite that is like at the level of Stranger Paradise, but also play it straight with the Warriors of Light, and then just do that literally down the line with like all of them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think once you get up to like, you know, like 10, it doesn't need a remake.
Yeah, I think 10's
maybe even like 9.
First. Well, so I was watching all of the FMVs for 9 though, and like I was really appreciating 9 and getting even actually more excited to play it. And it's like I think 9 of the PlayStation ones definitely needs it at least because it's art, you know, its art style and what it's going for, such that it can get away with the greater limitations. But I definitely think 1 through 8 definitely need it, and then 9 I'd say just give it to it because at that point why not?
True. I mean, maybe like a more comprehensive remaster.
Yeah.
Like, don't change the game systems, but do actually, like, fully go in and remaster all the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good point. I guess I would say... As not as big of a turn-based fan, you know, like, I'd be definitely down for, like, a rework for 9's battle systems. But I feel like you can, you know, I feel like Remake proved that you can rework those battle systems and make them more or less turn-based and still, like, hold to the heart of what they used to be.
People were pretty mad about the mixed combat system.
Really? I thought it was
yeah,
like one of the best they've ever done.
People liked not this one, not this one. Okay. People liked it, but you know the fact that it advertised it as having that other battle mode that is turn-based and actually wasn't really. People got mad about that.
That's interesting to me because like
it should have had a full 7-level. That's what people were saying.
Because it had weight, but you could still technically move around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to me, like, the weight mode was so effectively close to it anyways. Like, I mean, it's a little bit more akin to 12 than it was, like...
I don't know anyone who used that mode, which, I mean, maybe is an indictment of turn-based in general.
I know some people who use that, who, like, were happy because they felt like, oh, I could have my, turn-based mode. The same way that, like, 4... I mean, like, let's say, like, remasters of 4, you can have weight or active turned on as well. I feel like the only thing that was different is that you could move around in physical space.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like, no, I don't want any option to be able to move around. I want to be stuck in place. I want my only engagement to be a menu, and obviously that's the most entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, people want that sometimes. I will say, Dragon Age 11, you can move around in space, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing I guess I was going to say is that you have things like Octopath Traveler and stuff. Like, you have a lot of options for turn-based these days that, like, classic style. That, like, I kind of prefer, like, if the new games, like, kind of push things forward.
Well, that's good, yeah. I mean, it is interesting that now we're sort of entering a turn-based renaissance almost, with stuff like Undertale and Octopath Traveler and, well, Dragon Quest is coming back over to the West, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I mean, that's definitely been over the past, like, 7 years at this point. It's really been the past decade.
Yeah.
Undertale's like 2015, effectively. Lolly taking care of an abandoned stray. Yeah, feel old. Lolly taking care of an abandoned stray who is very sweet boy. Ho! Good to see you, Demens. Glad to have you.
Aw.
Oh? I'd heard there was monsters guarding Aegil's torch. Now I've seen it with my own eyes. It's a red soul.
Is that a bomb?
I guess it's different than a bomb? No,
Ew.
I think he just ate a really hot tamale.
It looks like the elementals from 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely does.
Oh, well, because it's a fire, it's a torch, right? So... Oh.
Okay, so not Blizzard.
Interesting.
I'm not sure why cold would heal the fire. Oh! Oh, no,
okay. I bet that would hit really hard. Oh, it absorbs all magic.
Oh, okay. I guess then melee is the only way.
Yeah.
Demins is taking care of a stray doggo. Good on you, Demins.
Okay, you have to curse it. I mean, you don't have to, because we can just do that. But...
I didn't even train that much. You found Aegil's torch.
Oh my god!
Sound like a really... Yeah, go ahead.
This annotated map has a copyright on it.
Really?
Yeah, a 2018 copyright.
Can they even copyright it? Because it's...
No. I mean, it's transformative, but that doesn't mean that you get copyright.
No. That's very strange.
I bet it's not.
That effort.
I bet they've not copyrighted it. They just put a copyright symbol on it. Well, a copyright. It says copyright 6. Oh, the 30th of the 6th, 18. American dating. I was like, what? The 30th month?
But it's also free.
Yeah. It was made by Starfighter76 at hotmail.com.
That sounds like a hotmail.com move.
Yeah.
Going back a little bit, how do you feel about content where there's points of no return?
I don't mind it. It stresses me out, but it's fine. It is what it is.
I think it's okay. I can get annoyed by it. I think the big annoyance for me is if it's not telegraphed.
Yeah, it has to be telegraphed. I like actually when a game is tells me verbatim
yeah, you're not coming back here for either you're not coming back here or you're not coming back here for a while. That's the other thing is if it's a point of no return for a long swath of the game, that's also very different to me than you can never return to it.
A lot of the time in the post game, you should be able to go back maybe.
Right. Like, a good example to me is, like, Final Fantasy X, where because you can get the airship at the end, a lot of the places that were effectively cut off, like even places like Baj Temple, you eventually can return to. My problem, though, with 10 is that there are Albed primers that are blink and you miss them and it's gone forever. And, like, that's just not good. That's no point.
Yeah, which is interesting as well, right? Because the Albed primers are sort of a mechanism for revisiting old locations.
Right.
But it's interesting that they seem so, like, diametrically opposed in that regard.
Yeah. And I think my relationship with that, with some poor choices around points of no return during the PS2 era, are why I think I have, like, not umbrage with it, like, philosophically, but, like, very, like, if you do it, you're gonna do it, and you do it poorly, god damn it, why?
Yeah. 9 does have a lot of, like, 9 does have some non-returnable, but it also has a lot of, like, you can return later locations.
Yeah. We going top right? Like, where are we going?
We're just leaving.
Oh, we're just... Oh, right, because we just have the torch.
Yeah.
Well, I can just teleport.
Yeah, we can teleport out.
Jade, good to see you, glad to have you. Doggo, if I didn't already have 3 doggos, I'd keep him. The dog absolutely adores people, and it's so difficult to not get attached. Oh, poor Demids. Pupper sounds sweet, yeah. Silver Gogaku, good to see, glad to have you. It's nice to have some kind of warning about it. Part of why I like some of the Yakuza games, because most of the newer ones are pretty good about warning you. Yeah.
You know, I've never gotten into Yakuza, but I know that I'd like it if I did.
I've played 0, and that's basically it. I've seen a lot of the others, but Zero's the only one. I really want to play like a dragon, because that seems really up my alley.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we'll have to play one of the recent ones sometime.
Yeah, I think we could do that, right? We'd have a good time with it, I think. We'd have a lot of laughs with it. That's really
definitely.
sweet, by the way, Demins. Don't forget to pick up the fire.
Oh, thank you. Wait, Neri, when did you get so hurt?
I fell.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, right? No, I can get up when it's my turn, and then I kneel back down.
Do you even know what I'm referencing with that?
Yeah, help, I've fallen and I can't get up is like famous. Like, maybe Family Guy ported it across the tail.
Yeah, it's just, I was curious because like it was a commercial here, and I was like, well, oh right, but internet culture probably made it so.
Yeah, it became like a big meme, basically. Oh my god, the mana system is so much better than... You forgot to pick up the fire again.
Oh, I was going to grab a chocobo, but then I realized that I'd have to get off the chocobo to grab the fire.
Yes, but we should also definitely grab a chocobo.
Why wouldn't you? I guess grinding is why you wouldn't.
We've done enough of that.
Yeah, I love that, like, literally this bridge, this one place right here has its own tile set. Like, only if you get into a fight right here.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. The Total War games are fun for that. Like, some of them have like, tiny, like, minuscule, pixel-wide battlefields that you can get into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize we stole all of the Sacred Fire. I thought we'd get, like, a bit.
Look, they're not using it.
Well, that's true. The civilization's dead.
I think we're okay.
True.
Just a thought. I fell. Yep. How else is Ninir gonna get hurt?
Right?
Drunkenly stumbling around.
I boobed breastily and I fell over.
Yeah, the mana system, being able to be like, I'm gonna Blizzard AoE and just pressing one button. Aha, now it is an AoE.
I feel like Rosa's the first in a line of many characters of her type that you see in the early Final Fantasies.
In terms of like the female character sidekick? Or?
Yeah, like female, like romantic. Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Romantic conquest.
Sid got fucked.
Sid did get fucked. I mean, he was like charging us to fly on this airship, so
he can get fucked.
Yeah.
I love that literally that shot though was effectively just a quick version of the intro to A New Hope. If you think of like his ship as the Tontine 4 and the Dreadnought as like the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, okay. Man.
Okay, but let's... Yeah. A lot of Star Wars going on. In
a lot. This game is Star Wars. I kind of love that they've been building that ship up like it's just flying around though, like Sid's airship just flying around ambiently, and now it's being taken. I like that a lot.
What did it say? It said go to...
Altair.
Head all the way Altair, okay. Oh, god damn it, I accidentally clicked and then it got me off the
okay. So we can go to Altair and find out, or we can skip it, because this walkthrough will just tell us where it is if you want.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. It's far northwest of Finn. Far southeast of Kashman Keep. Wait, are we getting into random encounters while we're on the Chocobo?
No, I accidentally clicked and it got us off the Chocobo, and apparently we were just a pixel far enough south to go into where the Omega monsters live.
Yeah, these guys seem pretty scary.
Okay, let's try that idea thing you were talking about.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a high-ranked blizzard.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Ow.
Does paralysis ever go away?
In Pokemon it does.
Thank you, Naniri. Very, very,
helpful? Yeah, I know.
Very helpful, yeah. It won't go as it requires Basuna for... No, apparently it just doesn't go away, which means you can literally get its paralysis locked. So I'm going to flee. Because I do not want to die.
Okay, that worked. Bean helped us escape.
By the power of Bean's fleeing might. Okay, let's get a Chocobo again, and then we're skipping Altair. Where are we going to?
We're just gonna head south of Kashwan Keep.
Sweet.
Southeast.
Poor Gordon. Yes, poor Gordon indeed. Yay, Bean! Bean is
Yeah, we
welcome.
love Bean. I mean, Bean saved us several times across multiple games.
I will never forget that FF1.
Right? Bean really saved our asses there.
Bean helped us escape is a weird way to describe what it looked like Bean ditched y'all's ass.
Yeah, well, good for Bean. I'm proud of Bean.
Look, if Bean lives, we all live. Let's
Exactly.
be very clear.
Bean's buff. Bean picked us all up and carried our corpses out of there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God, I fucking God. I literally clicked to get back on the screen and it makes me get rid of the Chocobo. Okay. Are we going to? Where are we going to?
Southeast.
To the
of
21. Oh, okay. That's why we don't want to do it this way, because if we do it unless we do it with the Chocobo, we're gonna keep encountering guys like this, which are way above us. Because they're, for some reason, I think it's like because they're at the Coliseum, it's like the end game peeps.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just stay on screen, pick up a Chocobo, and not lose it.
Nice. I appreciate that.
I love that, like, literally there's like a meridian line where you cross over. It goes from basic ass bitches to, oh God, please no, not my anus.
That's very Final Fantasy 1 and 2.
Yeah. But back to your Rosa point, right? Let's think. So you got for FF1 or FF3. I mean, there's not really characters still. I mean, there kind of is, but still not. 4, you've got your Rosa. 5, I can't think of the romantic interest off the top of my head, but Terra. You've got your like Terras and stuff in, and what's her face is in.
I mean, Terra's like the PC though, right?
Am I thinking of the right person? Green hair?
Yeah, she's the main character.
Yeah. Who am I thinking of then in 6? There's the other female.
Celeste.
That might be what it's been so. Man, I need to replay 6. Good thing we're doing this.
Yeah. I feel like
you've got Teeth.
Lena in 5.
Yeah. You got both Tifa and Aerith, depending on how you want to frame it. 4, 7. I mean, arguably Tifa.
And Aerith, yeah.
Yeah, and 8, you've got what's her face.
I feel vindicated.
I'm forgetting it.
8 is that. 8 is really that unmemorable.
No, I actually am just forgetting literally everyone's name. Like, I couldn't tell you 9's right now. Like, right now, everyone's names are just eluding me.
9's definitely big, like Garnet or Dagger, whichever you want to call her.
I couldn't remember Garnet's name. Like,
that's interesting.
Like, that's
do you prefer to call her Garnet or Dagger?
I don't think I have an opinion. I don't think I have strong enough memories of 9 to like think about it.
Okay,
like,
fair dues.
So it'll be. I'll have to like play. When we replay, I'll come to that kind of conclusion.
Okay.
10, you have your obvious Yunas. You've got 11. I have no idea. 12, you don't really have a romantic subplot.
No, not really.
I guess you could kind of say Pinello, but like not really. Like even in Revenant Wings, they don't play heavy on that in any way with like Vaughn and her. Yeah, there really is no.
No, I guess Pinella's the closest, but even then, yeah.
It's Sarah and Snow for 13. For 14, there's no really romantic subplot. Just a lot of people who are either gay or straight or bi for the Warrior of Light.
True.
15, I mean, you got Lunafreya.
Amelia Lane. That's 14s.
Oh, that's it? There's no, like, outside talking to people or anything? You just go straight into the Dreadnought? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. So, yeah, okay. I've got the map up here.
Okay. Clearly being dragged all the... Yeah. Yeah, clearly being dragged all the paralyzed asses away with them. Yep.
They did. So, yeah, Oh. I don't have a guide up for how to do this.
Let me check mine real quick, because I want to make sure that we don't actually have to, like, do anything. No, because we have to learn that Hilda's been kidnapped in order to get in here.
Oh. Okay, well. I wish the guide had mentioned that.
Yeah, because head all the way back to Altier, use the Chocobo Forest Blow, Clash Run to help, talk to people at Altier, ask Minwu about Dreadnought, and you'll learn Hilda has been kidnapped.
Okay, how did they let that happen? Oh, maybe she was on Sid's ship. That would be weird, but maybe.
Oh my god, then it literally is the beginning of A New Hope.
Yeah, it is. This game is pretty explicitly Star Wars.
Look, they already have 12. It's not like they haven't done this already.
Yeah. Well, this was the original.
10 whole entries beforehand. Jam into the music. Lady, good to see you, glad to have you. Are there any spells to prevent debuffs from landing or only removing them once they're already on someone? As far as I know, the only spells for that is for debuff, is for removing them, not for preventing them.
Yeah, I think your only option for that is just maybe blinding the enemy or silencing them.
Yeah. Preventative care.
Listen, I'm that type of Pokemon player that only uses offensive moves unless it's like a boss battle, and even then.
Yeah, the only time I ever started using non-offensive moves was when I started playing competitively with people.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I find competitive Pokemon so boring though.
Really? How come?
No, I don't find it boring. That's not fair. But I find it very boring to watch. But it's just not my playstyle. It's not what I go to Pokemon for, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I guess for me, the thing was I got to a point where Pokemon, like, enough gens in, there just was no, like, challenge to fighting NPCs. So, like, you know, even the Elite Four was so easy that it was just like, I need to feel like I know there's more to engage with here. And so getting to the point where there was a lot of things of thinking about status ailments and stuff. The problem is, like, it can get to a point where it's one of those things where if you have someone that's at your skill level and you've got, like, equally balanced teams, it can be a really fucking fun time. But if you have someone who's either, like, way better than you or, like, teams that are really mismatched, it's just not fun.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. For me, I get the chance for doing, like, monotypes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Altier is 1, so that means we need to go down.
Honestly, I thought that was Altier.
That is Flynn, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Which is supposed we actually never fought our way into Flint Castle.
No, it's not. I'm sure we'll get around to it. What's that singular house there?
That singular house is Gatria.
Okay.
And that is just
sounds
like
very much like a Dark Souls location.
Doesn't it? Well, I was just thinking earlier with Aguil's Torch, there's something about Aguil that sounds very Soulsian.
Because Aguil is a dragon in...
Right! That's why.
It's spelled differently, but yeah.
How goes it? It's going well! Just taking it easy, getting through our Final Fantasy 2. Then eventually we'll be on to Final Fantasy 3. And 3 is going to be the first one that's going to be, like, very... Oh! So this is what 14 took.
Right, yeah, basically. Yeah,
it is interesting.
The main thing that they took from 1 in 14 isn't actually in 1, it's in Dissidia, which is the Elidibus design.
Yep. I mean, it's really just like they took it like because the Amano did the art.
Yeah, basically. That's right. Oh, yeah, it's the concept art, isn't it? But then they just completely didn't. They just went with the red guy for the warrior instead.
Right. Well, and on top of that, you have, I mean, 2, you got, like, the hamsters and stuff. But you know what's interesting to me about 3? Is apparently a lot of people in the staff played 3 enough that they were inspired by it. But, you know, it's not like 1 and 2 came out, like, multiple, like, 5 years earlier. It's like 1 and 2 came out, like, the prior, like, years. Like,
Yeah.
it was like... And so it's interesting to me that 1 and 2 didn't have as much of a lasting impact.
Well, I wonder
had
if it's because of the 3D remake.
Well, no, because like I'm talking about like Ishikawa like says that like 3 inspired her, right?
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, but
because she played as a child, and so did Yoshi P and stuff.
Interesting. I wonder why then.
Because it's not just like 1, I get it because it's less narrative, right? Okay, maybe it didn't inspire you because it's less narrative focused, but like 2 was.
Yeah, it's not that. It's no. In fact, I would say my memory wants me to say that it's less narrative focused than 2.
Yeah, I would say so.
I could be wrong, but that's what my brain's telling me.
Where did Minwoo go?
Is he in the king's bedchamber?
Well, I just went to the king's bedchamber.
Oh, okay.
Because this was
He's
the king's bedchamber. The king's gone.
Your Minwoo's in another castle. That was a dating
Look,
reference.
I would much prefer... Oh, wait, did I go to the too far south? Yes, I did. Nope, I was wrong. I was not in the King's Bedchamber. But I will also say I would much prefer Mario if it was Minwoo at the end rather than Peach.
Yeah.
The princess felt badly about always sending you out on such dangerous assignments. She thought the least she could do was meet you at Kashuan Keep on Sid's airship. That was a stupid move. Like,
That's
usually I'm not going to be...
move.
Yeah, I would... Look, I'm not going to, like, be usually very critical of, like, certain moves. But, like, that was a dumb...
It was
That'd be a dumb... The amount of supplies needed to keep a vessel of the size running must be enormous, and we must have set down somewhere eventually.
Sunfire, maybe? Oh.
Okay. Now we've
Okay.
talked to him. We didn't get a key term or anything, but we now
I
know
guess
that
we're supposed to find it ourselves.
maybe we're... But, okay. Do you want to look up a different guide to see if there's something we're supposed to say to that knight? If we were just, like, supposed to, like, attack him? Please rescue my daughter.
Huh.
Key item, your sword.
Yeah, right.
How's our man? We could use the rest.
Did we get a pass in Bath's cave?
Did we get a what?
A pass. Key item.
I don't think so.
I think we should have. Maybe by killing General Radahn.
Key item. Oh, yeah, key items. Yeah, no, we do have a pass. A pass granting authorization. Oh, wow. Usually at least like I'll see a thing, right? And I'll like have a... Oh, right, that thing. I literally, no part of me has any memory of getting that whatsoever.
In fairness, well, we were all too busy grieving Yosef.
That's true. What a bitchin' accent.
Right? I will say, the music in this game is pretty good.
Yeah, actually, you know what, maybe, give me a second. Configuration. Keyboard setting. Oh, I was hoping that they'd have, like, a classic music setting.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Like 10 did. Like, I don't like 10's reorchestration for the most part. There are some that I think that are bangers compared to its original, and part of that I'm sure is just nostalgia. But the thing is, like, the game lets you choose which version of the soundtrack you want, so I don't give a shit. It's like, cool. I'm glad they reorchestrated it. One, so if there are songs that are better, you know, now I get, you know, a whole new version of this soundtrack. But I can just choose which one I want. But if you don't have that option, it's like, well, I mean, now you've just overwritten it.
I listened to the the live concert version of Suteki Dene, Uematsu's concert thing.
I got to go to one of those.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's my favorite version of Suteki Dene, actually.
Can I tell you probably my most controversial 10 opinion?
You don't like Suteki Dene?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just like not even close to like anywhere near some of my favorite songs in that game.
That's fair.
Like,
I feel like it's more easy listening than some of the others that are better.
That's so interesting because like one of the reasons like it's also it being lyrical throws me off compared to like the vast majority of the other songs, because even with like the Hymn of the Faith being kind of like a chant. Okay. But yeah, for me, like,
I like to listen to lyrical music, I think.
I'm usually very lyrical oriented too, but like, there's something about it that feels a little bit. This is not the right way to describe like it for like its period, but like it reminds me of 2000s, 90s. We need to get the like lyrical heartthrob song in there,
like
even
a ballad.
if it's not. Right, even if it's not maybe tonally the perfect thing. And I don't think it's that it's not tonally perfect, because the scene that it comes up in is, I think it's perfect for. But songs like Someday the Dream Will End, Wandering Flame, there's just like a lot of other songs that like fucking are really good at conveying the emotion as well, that like hit me harder. You know, or, well no, that's Wandering Flame.
What about Simple and Clean?
See, I like Simple and Clean, but it absolutely does the same thing. But the thing about Simple and Clean is also it's like the opener, right? So like it's like we start on that with the like, you know, effectively an AMV already going on, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, and also the other thing I'll say about the Simple and Clean is that one of the things I really like about them is if you've ever like sat on the pause screen for like Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2, you get the orchestrated version, and the orchestrated versions of Simple and Clean and Sanctuary are fucking phenomenal. They're so good.
Fair. Oh, that's a lot of lentils.
If only we had spells to cast.
To catch.
The spells to catch. If the downside of being slow turtles.
Right? I like these lentils. I like their design.
Yeah. They are a good design. They're so
mean,
pretty.
they're
The
not
orchestrated Silver Kogaku, the orchestrated version. There's also actually there's a group that did an unofficial orchestrated version of Face My Fears, and that fucking was fire as well. Let me see if I can find it on my phone.
Do you remember in like peak Undertale fever when like every video on YouTube was just an orchestrated version, or like a heavy metal version, or like an a cappella version of an Undertale song?
To be fair, some of those were absolute fire.
Yeah, Spider Dance had some really good covers.
Oh,
good.
Always lying around on the job, Gordon.
He's a dragoon. How many times are we going to tell that joke through these seasons?
That joke hasn't even necessarily been true for years, but like also still is hysterical.
Yeah.
Face My Spheres Kaleidoscope Orchestra. That is the people who did it, and it is if you like orchestral versions of stuff, it is fucking good. Yukio, good to see you, glad to have you. I'm suffering the Gaia scene in Praetorium right now, yeah.
So this guide has a note here called it's a PSP note, and it says, you know, Hilda's pretty hot. HAWT. And I'm like, okay. Is she really?
My friend, she's like 16 pixels tall.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Welcome aboard. Thanks for letting us in. Well, it's time for the next watch, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, bye. Where are you going?
Thanks, my dude.
Wouldn't you just walk into the airship?
Dude, why are none of these knights dealing with the rats and zombie problem?
Because they're the co-workers. We need to head north, but not through any of the doors. So head up the stairs to the north, but not through any of the doors. Just grab that chest over there.
To the right?
To the left.
To the left. Okay. That one joke about monologuing from The Incredibles always comes to my mind during that scene. Oh, yeah. Aw, you got me monologuing!
Man, The Incredibles is good.
That movie is so good. That movie is such like a classic, wonderful piece of simultaneously like postmodernist, not even like meta commentary, but like breakdown of like post spy movie and post superhero movie, but pre resurgence of superhero, like post 70s and like 60s and 80s superheroes movies. But then also just like a wonderful film in its own right. But
it's nice because I'm so sick of like subversive takes on superhero movies now, and I'm also like getting to be sick of superhero movies now. So like both sides of the coin.
I mean, it was, the thing is, I remember being in like 2012 or something, even like when the first Avengers comes out. I'm like, guys, this is the new Western. Like, we're gonna have like, I bet you like another decade of this where it's like awesome, and then everyone's gonna get tired of the shit and it's gonna go away. Like, this is just gonna be exactly like the spaghetti Western, and I feel like I'm being very vindicated lately.
You
Also, I made a meme, which is
Did you
just
make
the
the
you're
meme?
not affiliate. It's a you're not affiliated with me meme, but it's Xenos and the Warrior of Light.
nice.
I feel like showing my phone to my webcam is like a new level of.
You have to put your hand behind it like it's a like you're a beauty
Oh,
tuber.
right. Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, we need to head to the left here.
And that's why I went to the right. No. Oh, I see. There's a chest.
Apparently, there's a lot of status ailments here to contend
Good
with.
thing I have some antidotes, and I believe you have Asuna, so
Yes,
you're gonna have a lot of work to do.
I hate that. That's my least favorite thing to hear. Okay,
Do
so
we go?
what,
What's
now
through
we
these
go
doors?
right. Nothing.
Just absolute nothing.
That's what the map's showing me.
Now I need to
They have
know.
like a lot of trap rooms in these, like where you just walk in and get a random encounter. Well,
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they are.
Working
Oh.
on a big kind of project based on my spooky dream. Oh, cool, lady.
Why did our paralysis just go away? I thought it didn't.
I don't even know anymore, and I didn't question it.
Okay, fair dues.
Some people are reporting that there's been a lot of paralysis glitches for Pixel Remaster, but maybe they've been resolved.
Okay, that would be nice. So head right and you go down those little stairs. And then head north straight away.
Did you like Incredibles 2?
Yeah, Incredibles 2 came out, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's an indictment if you did see it.
I didn't. I played the game. Like, after Incredibles originally
Oh,
came
the
out.
Underminer game?
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is like what 2's based on, right?
Well, no, I mean, that's like literally the first 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I like the
The-
game.
My thing about Incredibles 2 is like, this is a really, really unfair criticism, because it's not even a criticism really, but it's like, to me, the original one is such like a, it's not even biting commentary, but such a really great use of what happens after the fact in terms of like post the glory days, that what I really wanted to see from an Incredibles 2 was jumping forward like 15 years and now dealing with like what happens when Violet has a family and they're the grandparents and like Dash is older and Jack's a teenager and like that. I thought that was like such like fertile ground, and instead it literally starts like 30, it starts and like everything that happens is like the first 2 weeks after Incredibles 1, but also
Okay.
it's like, but also it's weird because it's also treating it like everyone was ready to like springboard right back into like having superheroes back, which was like kind of against what the first one was.
Yeah.
on. Like that whole thing had been systematically dismantled.
Isn't it like horny for Mrs. Incredible?
It lauds her a bunch. I don't know that it's well. I mean, like I don't feel like it's any more horny than the first one was.
Head to the far left here.
Far left, okay.
Yeah, far left and down, and then, yeah.
Chest,
Yeah, chest. Lots of chests. in this area.
glorious chest ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I love getting prey during Moogle event because I love listening to speech while thinking about what to use my tombstones on. Yeah, I used to do my laundry during Praetorium.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
Incredibles 2 was too much of a rehash of 1 without much new to say. Yeah, I feel like it was a rehash, but also it was even less interesting than that in some ways because it was like it didn't have the same things it was harking on to. It was an okay movie though. Yeah, it's absolutely okay. Like it's not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. I just like being underwhelmed by it made me sad when I was like not like hyped on it, but just like was a really big fan of the first one and felt like there
Head
were other interesting things they could have done. But again, it's never a fair criticism to just say like, you know, well, I wanted it to be this version and it wasn't that, so it's not good, right? Like that's always
Right.
like, the shittest criticism.
It is.
It was okay. I was kind of horny for the villain lady.
Oh.
I
mean,
perfected
why
my emo rogue warrior of light. Make sure to share it on the screenshots in the Discord, Yukio. Look, no one's ever gonna accuse Pixar or Disney of not being slightly horny.
Oh, that's true. So I don't know if we can get in there for the princess yet, but maybe we can.
Okay. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if she says, "Aren't you a little short to be a like soldier or something?"
That would be pretty funny.
Have you seen the Pixar moms? I mean, yeah. I know what I'm.
Oh, we need to heal Bean.
Give Bean a potion. Shove it down their throat.
I saw a post the other day that was like, Mrs. Incredible wouldn't have needed to have pushed while she was in labor.
Why did that come up as a point of conversation in
I don't know.
2022?
It was on Twitter, so who knows? I like how that door was unlocked.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just pressed on it, you opened the iron gate. Disney makes Nala give Simba fuck me eyes, and what do you mean Disney is horny? Well, and I was gonna say the amount of times that the conversation about Kovu being responsible for some women's sexual awakening, from Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, is that comes up in this household a couple times a week.
Of course, the Miz want to bring that up, though.
Yeah, of course. Have you seen Disney moms? No, because they're all dead. I'm scared to start asking people who they think the hottest like Disney mom or aunt is, and also because the funny jokes that are gonna come, like the random bullshit people are gonna come up with, is gonna be pretty.
The answer is clearly Maleficent.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Of course, there's the first joke answer. Hilda, all you.
Okay. Elio, I meant to meet you at Kashwan Keep, but things didn't go as planned.
You think?
I got Star Wars. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to rescue me. Wow, he was polite, letting us talk to her. Oh, it's Sid.
Let's save the thank yous for later. I'll head to the airship with the princess. You find the engine and toss the Sunfire in it. Got it? I'm gonna get the airship ready for takeoff, and I don't plan on waiting around long.
Can Sunfire melt steel beams? So
you can't joke about that here. There's too many people who actually believe it.
Okay, well, bad news.
No. Yeah, no. But
our next destination is those little chests that you can see in the upper right there, and then we can leave and go back to the main, but basically back to the entrance.
That was you were fucking on it with saying that. You like, I don't even know how you like. That was beautiful. If Aunt Cass is the one from I almost said My Hero Academia, from Big Hero 6, right? I mean, okay, to be fair, Big Hero 6 is same energy.
Oh man, I'm traumatized by Big Hero 6 because you would not believe the amount of people who ship like the older brother with the main character.
What?
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's like the weirdest online ship.
What? Have they never had a sibling?
Right. I don't know. And also he dies.
Well, that too, but like also like are these people also like just super into like fire and blood and just like are too obsessed with the house, you know, like the Targaryen dynasty or something?
Oh shit, we haven't that episode was scary.
Oh, the most recent one? The final one? Oh, we do need to do our House of the Dragon talk, don't we?
Yeah. Vhagar's horrifyingly scary, it turns out.
Yeah. It turns out, yeah, the giant Godzilla dragon is scary as shit. Is the only surprise there is that people were surprised by that.
I expected like a little fight. I didn't expect Vhagar to just eat them. Just
thanks for giving away the goat. Like you may be able to say spoiler beforehand.
Oh, sorry guys. Well, sorry guys, but I mean, look,
spoilers.
They've been in this stream before.
Yeah, spoilers for episode 10 of But yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Let me catch them in the chat. If I say Nala is the hottest Disney mom, how harshly will I be judged? Not harshly, because like one, we're expected of you, and two, Simba's pride exists. Ariel's dad, okay, King Triton, understandable. Remembering I have a tribal dailies to do, hitting me like a semi-truck to the face. Yes, Endwalker tribal quests are fucking so good. Oh man, I'm just so excited because like the Ultima Thule tribal quests are literally exactly what I predicted they would be, and are pleasing me more than I could have imagined.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, Endwalker line cross. Yeah, sounds like a typical Tumblr ship. Yeah, but like, okay, first off, I don't even fucking understand how you could ship them other than being like, oh, siblings are close, therefore they're romantically interested in each other, in which case, I have some questions for you, my dude. But like, Big Hero 6 was kind of okay. I liked Big Hero 6. I also liked it. The thing I liked, ironically, in some ways, most about Big Hero 6 is ultimately how much it's about coming to terms with loss. Like, that's not always a theme you expect in a film like that, and so, as a theme, like, I love that. I love how it gets used.
Yeah.
Yaoi has no borders, remember that. Boundaries, remember that.
So back into the big central room, basically. So just backtrack there.
Yeah. I did love Amon's face in that moment, though. Yeah, his, like, oh, fuck.
No,
like,
how is Vega? Vega says no.
Yeah.
Vega's fully having a moment, like, we're in Dawn, right, Visenya?
Yeah, you saw those memes too? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and I just love how much it harkens back to episode 1, right? And Viserys' whole point about, like, the fact that we control them is, you know, is a fabrication, is a lie.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hate to say it, but maybe the Maesters were right. Maybe people shouldn't have dragons.
Yeah. Big Hero 6 was kind of, I was horny for Uncast. No, I mean, like, what do I have to say about that other than, like, yeah, I get it. Like, here, you know, like, she's just... Big Hero 6. Okay, is the top picture going to be the one where people have enlarged her boobs? Because that's literally, like, every shot. Yeah. No, okay, here's one where they did. But, like, yeah, she is a attractive female woman. Like, I feel like it's not a hot take to be like, Aunt Cass is attractive because Aunt Cass is, like, attractive. Like... A weirder take would be like, no, nothing, does nothing. Like, not does nothing for me, because she can do nothing for you, but like, say like, no. Yeah. I'm officially level 60 ninja. Good job, Yukio.
Nice. Oh yeah, so, House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the two shots that like most stuck with me were the one of Vhagar over them in the clouds when the lightning flash, and then the one of them coming to land at Storm's End, and Vhagar's the size of the castle.
It's literally a Godzilla shot. It's just straight up, like, and I fucking love it. Can we go downstairs?
Yeah, those stairs. It just leads us to a little treasure, sleep sword.
Sweet.
Which could be useful for bosses.
Personally, it's on the same level of Sheath in weirdness. What's Sheath?
Oh, Shiro Keith. We don't want to get into that. It's it's Voltron.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know it.
Many a teenager has been bullied over that shit.
That is okay. So like, but here's what my point is about Aunt Cass, right? Literally, it took the third and fourth image is the edited image. So like, it's like, it ain't me knowing of that. I ain't going out of my way to know that picture. Literally, there are more pictures of that picture, of the edited picture, if you look up just her name, Aunt Cass Big Hero 6, than not. Like, okay, so let's just be very clear. Like, this is not me going out of my way to know things.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Elliot.
Oh, don't you start. There's plenty of other pornography in the world. I don't need Big Hero 6.
Well, that's true. But a lot of people seemingly do.
Baymax would be a good color. Oh, whoops.
Oh, we got preemptive strike. This guy's dead.
I'll fucking take it. Actually, no, it's gonna be Blizzard. It's much stronger.
Yeah, because we feel like solo level Blizzard because of the turtles.
Yep.
Oh, these guys are tanky.
Mm-hmm. Could always flee too, but we'll see how it goes.
So his sword looks like a lance to me.
It definitely does. I definitely see it. But it's also a very short fucking lance.
Yeah. It's a little pokey lance. There's almost certainly an anime character who carries a lance like that. Oh, have you been watching the new Bleach stuff? Did you ever watch Bleach?
I read all of Bleach.
Okay, well, yeah, they're animating the final arc finally. It's pretty good so far.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that a little bit, but so is the new stuff just... My thing about is, like, the, oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Main bad guy of the arc before the final arc.
Oh, the Fullbringer arc? I forget his name.
No, sorry, before the Fullbringer arc.
Oh, Aizen.
Aizen, sorry. Like, that was just such a good place to fucking end it. Like,
yeah,
just
it was.
That, like, the Fullbringer arc is like, okay, clearly we have to, like, we're gonna take the time to try to bring him back. We're, like, but also, like, here's another, like, shonen bullshit the secret thing that we didn't know was a secret thing, but here's the thing that because your mother was killed under these circumstances, you have access to like
yeah, the
I don't hate them.
Fullbringers are odd. So it's people whose mothers were attacked while they were in the womb by a hollow.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
But my problem with that shit with Shonen is the amount of times that like there's just no foreshadowing for that shit until it like there's some foreshadowing that like the stuff with his mom is a little weird, but like it just feels like we have to take bullshit. It's Dragon Ball Z without admitting it's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but I actually think the final arc is much better than the Fullbringer arc.
Is it?
I don't. Yeah, much better. It doesn't need to exist still. Like Aizen still feels like the best place to leave it off, but
yeah. I didn't finish the final arc.
Okay.
Because I was my feeling was basically what you're saying though, which is like, oh, this is some interesting lore, the stuff with the Quincy and stuff like that, but it like I was like, but I still don't need it.
Okay. It answers a lot of unanswered questions. Like it tells you the history of like Unohana and shows you her Bankai and stuff, and Kenpachi's Bankai.
Oh, cool.
And it shows you the royal guards and stuff.
How do I open it?
Oh, there's this hidden wall. The wall is the passageway into there.
I was only joking. I'm sorry. What? Yeah, if you could make a ship for Final Fantasy 14 with NPCs, who would it be? I'm a huge Estimate American fan. Maybe this is a really boring answer, but I just don't like Estinian and well, I guess Estinian. The problem is that anyone who shows any slight romantic interest to the Warrior of Light effectively becomes bi because of the fact that,
yeah. I kind of like I like Hydaelyn and Estinian quite a bit.
Yeah, I literally have no way to justify this. Where's the flight?
Just up past that little barrier.
Oh, I see. But like Estinian reads to me as straight, and I have no way to like justify that objectively.
Okay, really? Really, I don't see it. He's pretty fruity.
In what way?
That whole cutscene in Charlian.
Which one?
The one where he comes to your room.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay. Oh,
well,
you
see, yeah. But see, like that's also like why that's also the problem about any Scion. But like ultimately, basically, you just have to say all Scions are bi, and it breaks down because like literally the amount of times that they have with the Warrior of Light that can be arguably flirty is too high.
Yeah, true. Papalimo is straight. Oh,
right, but
he's not bi. Like, could he? I don't know.
Yeah. Elio needs to not sully himself with Big Hero 6 smut when there's so much Urianger porn around. I mean, that's just true. Just look at the amount of things that Lady draws. Y'shtola being a top with Graha, not sorry. I can't imagine Y'shtola. Like, the thing is, like, either Y'shtola doesn't give a shit about dating, or it's Runar, and that's about all I've got. Like,
I kind of see Y'shtola as ace, yeah.
Yeah. Like, even if she, like, has romantic feelings for her, I like, still would imagine her being ace in my mind, because she's got too many mysteries to solve. She doesn't give a shit about that shit. Why would you be starry? I'm still rooting for a certain couple to get together. Cough, cough, Urianger and Thancred. See, here's one thing I'll say about Urianger and Thancred, though. That's, to me, that's not romantic, that's bros. Like, and I don't like, so for instance, saying that, for instance, in Final Fantasy 15, the brothers or any of them are romantic, to me, is really detracts from the idea that, like, no, there can be relationships where people are close that are friendships, and, like, or brotherhoods, and so, like, Thancred and Urianger is not in any way romantic, but it is, like, two very good, close friends. And, like, it's the same way that like it's okay to have that sometimes. It's okay to have characters that are just not are incredibly close, and like even if you want to use the term intimate, not physically, but not romantic. So like to me, Urianger Thancred is, I don't see it, but this is the part where Naniri interjects and's like, nah, I see it.
I'm open to anything. The only thing I could hear throughout that commentary was two bros sitting in the hot tub, chilling and being fucked because they're not gay.
Yep.
No, I'm open for anything really. I didn't really have any turn-off ships in 14. Actually, I didn't see Y'shtola and Graha. I just don't see that ship.
Yeah, super. Yeah.
I mean, no judgment. But...
Heterosexual life partners, totally. I would buy with Thancred, Urianger, especially because both of them have reasons to return to the first.
Yeah,
one
like
has the pixies and one has.
Well, that's what people like, maybe.
Yeah. I ordered some Lucky Charms at great expense so I can have them for breakfast on my birthday. Oh, that's awesome. Right.
Nice, right.
Sleep Blade.
So yeah, head back out, and then we're going.
Well, first we gotta fight our way through.
Oh, okay.
We got some knights that showed up in front of us.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Nope. Never mind.
So yeah, head back up the stairs, head up to the north, and then just go all the way around that little circle.
Okay. I remember enjoying most of the anime, but the placement of the filler arcs and jump to it is so bad. Yeah, my problem a lot of times with longer anime from like the early 2000s, the amount of times that they had to do filler arcs because they would make them at the same time the mangas were going on.
Yeah, at least filler arcs have sort of entered death nowadays. Although I hear Boruto has a lot of filler arcs.
Which way? Left or right?
Right.
That's also because the anime basically was like started when the manga had like a manga. So like they're basically were always gonna have to no matter what. Also, in their not exactly defense, but like Naruto did that shit too, so they're split it pretty par for the course.
Yeah, I mean Shippuden was mostly filler. But apparently a lot of the filler in Boruto is from adapted from the novels, which is interesting. That's a slightly better approach to it, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I feel like at this point, if you're going to watch a Naruto anime, you know what you're getting in for.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Although I hear that Boruto is very bad.
Yeah. I remember enjoying... I got some of those Warhead sodas, too. Why, Ray? Why would you get them plural? Like, if you wanted to get one to try, okay, but why would you want more than one? I roofied myself with one. But it's not even just sour. Like, my friend. It
can't be that bad.
If Stydian gives off very gay bulge vibes. Apparently you aren't alone in that, Jade. I feel like relationships outside of the Scions are probably in some ways more interesting to discuss because, like, is Merle with fucking Enzar is the question, right? Like, that... No? Yeah.
I didn't think so.
I don't think so either, but like that's like there's enough information and enough absence of information that it's an interesting question.
Oh, I like the you know the purple pirates and the one who's like he's an heir of a Sharlayan of an Ishgard house.
The Carvalin.
Carvalin. I like him and the all-female pirate. I like their captain.
The Leech. What's her name? Fucking my brain keeps saying Rincewind, like from Color of Magic.
Maybe no, because she's a Mikote, isn't she?
No, she's a Cure.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. She's she's the leader of the Sirens. What's her name?
She's the second boss in Hullbreaker hard mode. Or is she the first boss?
Leech. Sirens.
Is she the Leech?
Her last name, isn't it? Sanguine Sirens, led by Roswin.
Roswin the Leech. Okay. Well,
I think it's literally like...
She's more like an angry character than like a sneaky character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she pegs him.
He's an Elzen, we know it's true.
Yeah, right?
Roswin, she's a hero, yeah. Wait, is Urianger porn? There's not enough Urianger porn. Yeah, but that does not stop you from trying to make it, lady. Oh god, it's Horsefant porn all over again. There's also the same issue. Who are people shipping Horsefant with?
Amaric, maybe?
I mean, at least they're not siblings.
Yeah.
But again, like that... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Horsefant and the Warrior of Light is like the big ship for Horsefant, right?
I mean, that's definitely, you can't not argue, especially in the Japanese text, that Horsefant doesn't have that energy towards the Warrior of Light.
Yeah. It's stuff like Graha as well. Like, Graha is clearly attracted to the Warrior of Light.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting to me, though? Because I feel like there's enough room for it to just be pure hero worship, though, and, like, adoration, you know?
Yeah, there is. But also...
I'm just saying it's not as explicit that it's, like, a sexual, physical, attraction in the same way that, like, Horsefant is, where it's, like, explicit, like, textually not implicit, explicit.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Don't go up the stairs here. Go to the far right.
Okay. I do wish people would stop turning every close friendship into a romance. Yeah, me too. I mean, ship in your fanfics if you like, but automatically saying that close friends equals secret lovers is just, no. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Not go up the... You said don't go up the stairs?
Yeah. Just keep going up north now.
Oh, chests.
Yeah, many a chest.
Yeah, of course, Ray knew offhand. Yeah, Rosswind, yeah. I like them. I enjoy sour flavors. I mean, look, if you enjoy them, good on you. Well, Rosswind and Cavalon definitely be fucking. Yeah, they 100% either be fucking. Like, literally, there's text from, like, multiple things where it's like they either be fucking or they should be fucking, but won't admit that they want to be fucking. There are, at least, what was it? There was it an event recently where you talked to them? Where, I think it was, what was it? There was an event where you talked to them where you literally can be imply they be fucking.
It's entirely possible. Oh, look at this guy. He's like having a time. He looks kind of sad.
I was gonna say, the time that he seems to be having is a time of suffering.
He has IBS.
Do you just, like, hunch over and stand there sadly when you have IBS?
I don't have IBS.
Is that how you experience it? Because that's not how I experience
it. Yeah, but he's on the job. He can't go to the toilet.
Okay, that I do relate to.
Yeah, he has to stand there and get beaten up.
She's on my list for cosplaying. Yeah, that's not surprising, right? Yeah. I mean, also, who isn't? What background NPC with at least 1 or 2 lines isn't on your list for cosplaying? The problem is there's no Horsefant porn. I just don't believe that. I factually, I just do not believe that is true.
It might be like very softcore though. So yeah, go up the stairs in the middle now.
Oh my god, there we go. I'm gonna equip stuff.
Yes. Oh, really? Staff?
Apparently that staff be having some stats though.
Maybe the sleep sword.
Yeah. Sleep blade. Oh, it has low damage, but it probably has the added ability of sleep. Mithril sword. I guess it makes sense, right? Because we don't have any like really good swords currently.
Yeah.
Mage's staff, and then we gotta like optimal main gouge. Honestly,
really?
maybe.
No, because you want him to use his legendary weapon, right?
Yeah, axe. And then we need to give him better shield, because he's a shield user. Which is better, gold or ice? I'm just gonna use gold. The off chance that's, Okay, and then you're dead.
Good. Fuck off, Gordon.
Are daggers a separate skill than swords?
Yeah.
They are. Fuck it, we'll level it up over time. It'll be fine. Trevor, good to see you, glad to have you. Just dropping by to say hi while on break. Thanks. We'll be bouncing again, working on drawing Tail as Monk. Nice. We'll post art and art tabs on Discord when it's finished. Sweet.
Oh, are these our first coels?
They might be in this. I feel like we came across them in 1, right?
Oh, did we? Okay. No, we came across Displacer Beasts.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe these are the first curls we're coming across.
Although they are just called... I bet they're called coel in Japanese, though.
Well,
it's Hilgeigus again. Hilgeigus, don't let us interrupt you on your way to the toilet. Just go.
Well, maybe that's why he's fighting so hard.
Yeah, we keep interrupting him. He's like, guys, get out of the way.
I gotta go. Well, now his pain is at an end.
We beat the shit out of him, literally.
Okay, curl in Japanese is kuaru.
Kuaru.
Yeah. Kuaru.
Kuaru. That's like my favorite Wu-Tang Clan song. Kuaru.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Okay.
Oh,
this takes us...
can I just... Before we go further down, I want to like go back and point out a really nice touch that they did. But in the meantime, I'll catch up with this. Writing this in Horny Jail. Why is it that most Guardian elves and males or elves and males have the pegging energy? Because they're long... Catholicism. I don't know. Something about them being tall and skinny like that it just feels right. I love that you can see the knights below, on the level below.
Yeah, cool. The art design here is way better than in 1.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me have a look. We are here. Okay. So we want to go to the middle, that door in the middle.
So like, the very, very middle? Okay.
Yeah. That's the only door in here.
Well, I'll leave that.
And that takes us to the forge where we can throw the stuff in. The engine forge.
Oh, this is actually where we're supposed to be going, not just gear. Cool.
Yeah, we've got all the gear.
Cool. Here's talks of horse porn. The hell did I walk into? I mean, look, are we as any of us surprised that this came up at this point? Oh, hey, finally, the Berserk Tome. I've been looking for that. Here, let's walk. Well, actually, no, because if we walk around, we're still gonna have to fight a knight. So.
Elldivers.
We'll just keep... Why are there just
birds?
Burbs.
They're the pet birds. Emeliant's tops in the marriage. Yeah, I see that, Yukio.
Emeliant's definitely, I can believe top. I mean, think about it. Horsefawn's in control of the, the forum all day. Like, think about the amount of like top, Oh, Horsefawn. Don't say it. Don't fucking say it. Apparently, my name is not naming today. My brain is not doing names. But Fortunal is not. He's controlling the forum all day. Think about like the Fortune 500 company business owners who you find out are actually like, want to be like.
Oh yeah, they visit like mistresses and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at worst, she's definitely a brat, right? Like, there's just no way that she's not.
Right. Yeah. She wears the pants there, except when she doesn't. Wink, wink.
I mean, she's wearing it. We don't know what's under her.
Nothing.
Skirt. I mean, just like look, base that on the conversations you have with her during your like custom deliveries and stuff. I normally would not like go out of my way to make like a suggestive comment on a character like that, but she brings that energy to those fucking stories.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you should know by now. Yeah, for a record, Emelian stops in marriages and it's canon. Ray citation needed. She's wearing the 2-button bunny ears I gave her. Look, she literally like promotes you doing that, so. Oh, he didn't go away.
Oh, late.
Well, at least it's like an infinite XP loop.
I guess. But that's what the game is.
Yeah, it already is manifested that way, isn't it?
Yeah. These guys are so much easier. The weapons that we got here were pretty good.
Yeah.
At least the ones that Elio is carrying.
It's almost like gear and stat matters a lot.
Yeah, right?
Okay, I guess it is a puzzle. I guess you do just have to walk around.
Yeah, I guess so, right. I would kill for a repel.
Right. She gave me explicit permission to do so, and as a result, she is the only character I've done so with. Yeah, same Demins. I don't think I actually even dressed her up in anything necessarily, but like, she's one of the only characters that I would because literally she's like, please go for it. Make my husband's life a living nightmare.
Yeah. I like that that's basically like dressing up the first lady and shit.
Yeah. I'm wondering what would Fortunal reaction be when he finds out the Warrior of Light are the only ones supplying Emelians with skimpy outfits. He's never gonna find out that it was us.
I mean, what's he gonna do about it? Like, what is his
That's
option?
true. Yeah. He's not leaving Emelians.
Yeah, exactly.
Which also potentially implies that he secretly likes it.
Yeah, he definitely likes it. I mean, maybe he doesn't like that it's his like son and daughter's best friend doing it, but he likes the end result.
Well, it's just a good thing that we can't do it before Endwalker and like our relationship with him betters. Because if we did it while it was soured, it would be a lot worse.
That would just be declaring warfare.
Yeah. Who says we're the only ones? Yeah, I guess it's true. Like maybe what happens to with those Emelian scenes is that we're not actually even providing them. We're showing her ours, and then she goes into her own wardrobe and pulls her version out. What are you gonna do, Fortunel? Stop me? You and what, Charlie, an army elf boy?
Amano drew concept art for these panthers.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I appreciate Amano, but sometimes the panther just like his art of a panther's cool. It just looks like a.
Oh, is that the black one where it like looks really weird and looks like something out of Discworld?
Yeah.
Yeah. It totally does look like something that you'd imagine. Like even its expression looks like something out of Discworld. Let me pull it up.
It actually really reminds me of a certain book series. Hold on. I
There's just
don't
something
know.
so very little bit derpy about it that just makes me think definitely like Goosebumps or.
Oh God, I'm trying to find this book series that I read that like the art style really sort of like looks like that.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember what the main villain is called. I was Gloam Strider, Gloam Rider, and I typed in Gloam Rider, and it turns out the only result was for Sloane Rider, who turns out to be a porn
Is it
actress.
Gloam? What about Gloam? Gloam book series. Let's solve
It
this.
was about
one here.
airships.
Gloam book series, airships. The Edge Chronicles?
Yeah. It just
My
reminds me
Google
of the art style in the Edge Chronicles.
Let me pull up the Edge Chronicles art. Oh yeah, I see what you're getting at.
I like those.
I think that's also partly, I feel like that's like a lot of fantasy artists who existed or were, you know, coming up in the like late 70s to like late 90s. A lot of them have similar aesthetic, but even if like you just pull out like, yeah, I totally see what you're getting at.
There's a weird book in that series where it's all about a character who gets isolated from the village and has to live in caves with sentient bears, and has to like breastfeed like blood from a tree root to survive.
Gotta love when fantasy gets weird.
Yeah.
Is Gordon ever going to not be dead, or is that a thing? Effectively, at this point, there's no reason to make him not dead, because he will get one-shotted by everything, so it's a waste of resources, and there's no point to training him up, because eventually he's going to leave the party. So,
Yeah.
he's just... He'll be gone soon enough, and he's on the ground.
If a character wants my investment being in the party, they need to be there for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah, the other problem is like he like literally started out so much lower level than us anyways that even just training him from the get-go would have required us backtracking, and I was like, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm glad that you also read them. These books were good.
I don't care if Fortunel finds out, but the twins must never know. I will restart the final days if they ever find out. If you could give your warrior like a world-breaking anime superpower, I wouldn't. The answer to whatever comes next is I wouldn't.
No,
I mean, they, in a sense, kind of already do by having the soul of a Zem, but like also the answer is I wouldn't want to because I fucking hate world-breaking anime superpowers and how they completely undermine the tension in a narrative. But anyways, your question
I
is.
I like them in What's It? I like them in One Punch Man because that's the point.
I knew you were gonna say One Punch Man, but that's because literally the entire thing about One Punch Man is is like taking that as a base premise and then how do you make something that's interesting while doing that?
Right. But yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. Like, yeah, the Warrior of Light is already a weapon of mass destruction, but in a way that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Issa, good to see you. Glad to have you, and we love you too.
We do.
But yeah, what would it be? Can it be from an old anime all the way to now? Yeah, I would literally I mean this as a genuinely sincere answer, which is I would not. Not as a cop out because like one of the things I hate about shonen is shonen doing that, and how it completely undermines stakes unless you make the next villain more powerful, which undermines what the prior villain was, and also unless you do meaningful like foreshadowing or setup for that. It just feels like you're just like, you know, elevation coming out of nowhere. Now you get to a point where you have things like Dragon Ball Z where it's utter horseshit, but the thing is it's been utter horseshit from the start that it's like, okay, that's the expectation of the horseshit you're about to get.
Still don't like modern Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
If I had to give them a superpower, so I was thinking this, and then the one that came to mind was psychokinesis, but then I realized they have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ability to touch an item and see its history, but
yeah.
We have that.
See, but that's like just an interesting power more than it is like a world-breaking.
Yeah,
superpower,
it's
right?
not a world-breaking superpower, but I would have
like imagine
I could go see like Mark and stuff.
Right. Well, I mean that's the Echo.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the Echo. We already have it.
But like I was gonna say, like I mean, like do you want Ultra Instinct Warrior of Light?
No.
Right.
No, I do not.
What have you done? Oh, sorry, just 1 second, real quick. What have you done? The engines.
That voice.
There's no time. Niniri, the ship will blow up any minute. We have to go to Sid's airship.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember who the Dark Knight is now. It's What's It, isn't it? Yeah. How do I feel about the flooding of isekai in the market, Yukio? I'm not big on isekai. I have nothing against it, but I'm not big on it.
I'm not huge on it, and I think like it'll and I mean it'll pass. There's always been phases of that stuff. I do also think though that isekai gets applied to things that aren't isekai sometimes.
Yeah, it's become a broader genre now than it has a certain singular term. It's convenient that the Sunfire gave us a lot of time to get out, right? Couldn't we have left Gordon here to throw it in?
I feel like they could have cut out 2 of these and just been like, yeah, we get it. You know, cutting on action, transition to...
Well, they could have cut out all but 2 of these, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have nothing against isekai. Like, there's nothing uniquely bad about isekai, although a lot of them feel very obnoxious, but that's not the problem with the genre.
Demolition Man is not an isekai. Just because you are put into a strange world, like a main character is taken out of their original environment and put into a strange world, is not like the only part of what makes an isekai in my mind. Because that's literally saying that all stranger in a strange... That's saying that Final Fantasy X is an isekai, and it's not.
What?
Because to me, an isekai has multiple more elements than that. It's also about giving either some kind of aspect about their self or experience, giving them like a leg up that makes them singular or unique in this new environment as well, whether it be like meta awareness of a genre because they're a geek, or you know, like a superpower, like a mega superpower that nobody else has, or like your ReZeros where you're able to like go, you know, save function, you know, stuff like that.
So you know how like the trend of like super long names for isekais has been going on.
Yeah.
So
yes.
someone made a manga that it's 1 chapter long and it's all the title, like the whole title is just the like all the dialogue and stuff in the chapter in the.
I mean, that was the inevitable outcome, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Do the Dreadnought dungeon. You'll be dropped at Altair. Remove Gordon's equipment, and he'll be leaving soon. And talk to the king. Okay.
How do I feel about a lot of games getting the remake treatment?
I'm a pro for it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it does create lazy games sometimes, but I like it overall.
Well, here's my thing. One of which is it creates fertile ground to create new ideas, but the other thing is like there are games that actively we may think are like, yeah, this is playable still, that a lot of people in new generations don't. Like, I have a hard time playing a lot of like NES games. I can appreciate them, but or like PlayStation 1 games. Most PlayStation 1 games I kind of like just can't have a really fucking hard time to enjoying, especially if they don't have analog controls. So like to me, PlayStation 1 era especially like deserve remakes because that was such like an awkward teenage year 2 for 3D. Where like there's so much to be gained from that. I think there are bad remakes and there are good remakes, and then I think there are examples of things like remastering Last of Us 1 where it's like it's not necessary, but because they have the engine and the tech that they had from Last of Us 2, I'm totally okay with them doing that because it's a relatively low effort thing to future proof a thing that I really love and make it completely on par with the current gen stuff. So like I think there are more and less effective uses, but I'm broadly pro. And you know, if you don't like the remake, just go play the original.
Well, okay, there is an argument to be said. Okay, the remake thing is good, but we absolutely need to be encouraging the conservation of the original media.
Absolutely, no question. And I don't think it's unfair to say that like when remakes happen, a lot of times companies try to bury shit. I mean, just look at them burying the Final Fantasy remasters after the Pixel remasters came out. But like that to me I see as a separate issue that's not really about the remakes. That's about companies handling preservation, which they're shit at. Yeah,
I mean Nintendo particularly needs to get that emulation game up.
Oh my god, their emulation game is trash. It's shocking how trash it is.
We should have every single Pokemon game emulated on the Switch.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, so are you just talking about even selection because their selection's trash too, but like their emulation.
The policy on other people emulating.
Well, no, so that's obviously trash. Like literally, they'll say things like it's illegal when it's a factual. Just like legally, it is not illegal. Like the precedent it's not illegal. But setting that aside, no, I mean like literally their emulators are trash.
Their
emulators
are bad.
Physical emulators are awful, and the amount of times that they've also
I mean what they're making available.
Yeah, their selection is also garbage. How do you feel about a lot of games getting the remake treatment? Yeah, we got that. Like, Resurrection stories, kind of their own things, yeah. It really just depends on how they tie the world together, because sometimes it feels like they use no prior info or anything from the first world in the second world, and it's like, why? Yeah, so, I mean, like, that's not using your genre well, right, Silver? Like, sometimes, like, stories are just bad about actually using their genre, but it's also, like, the same way that, like, I mean, this is kind of different, but the same way that, like, a bunch of people made really shitty fantasy that were really making really shitty Tolkien fantasy in the, like, 70s and stuff, because they kind of, like, missed the point of, like, if we treat Tolkien, let's say, as a specific genre type of fantasy, even though it's kind of become ubiquitous as seeing as just, like, Western fantasy, even though that's, you know, kind of generalizing. But, you know, it's like, you can completely misunderstand the point and, like, just be using the window dressing without the purpose.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, definitely. Yukio says Tifa and Aerith costumes for the Mug Station.
Sure.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
yeah.
I can't.
Why
really
would that
think
trigger
of
anyone?
Yeah, I can't think of a reason why not.
Honestly, my first response and thought was they aren't in there already.
Yeah, right.
Gordon, Minwoo, and Elio. What about Ninieri?
Yeah, what about
Why
Ninieri
did he
and
just
Dean?
fucking admit you for? What the fuck? Why? I have one
he's
last
dying.
request to ask each of you. Please listen carefully. Gordon, you've grown so strong.
Nope.
I can tell you for sure he has not. I want you to lead our army.
Bad idea.
Do all you can to help Hilda. My liege, I swear it on my very life. Minwoo, you know of the legend that speaks of the ultimate magic that was sealed away. The seal may only be broken when the world stands on the brink of destruction. I know you know all of this, but I'm having to explain it anyway.
Is this where we get our first story relevant like holy spell, basically?
I forget
Flash
if it's
meteor.
Ultima or Meteor.
But it's like that same concept.
Yeah. Do you agree? I do. The time to break the seal of binding the Ultima Tome is upon us. Oh, it is
okay.
Ultima. Elio, I would have you go to Dees and get Dees nuts.
Dees nuts.
Home of the dragoons. I was told that all the dragoons were slain in the attack by the Empire. I totally had forgotten dragoons first showed up in this.
Yeah.
Yet I refuse to believe there are no survivors in so noble a group. If we were to stand against the might of the Empire, I'm convinced we will need the dragoons and their wyverns.
It's so interesting how some games diverge in this series of like sometimes they're dragon riders, sometimes they're dragon slayers.
Yeah, well, it also makes sense. You think about the historical dragoons, right? Being mounted infantry, right? And so, like, them being dragon riders as a natural extension the first time they made them really makes a lot of sense. But then, yeah, they become more and more a separate entity. If you combine your efforts, the day of our victory will come. This I ask of each of you.
Okay, Viserys.
Take care of Hilda. Your Majesty! So we canonically thinking they definitely just, like, Yoda the fuck out of there? Do they, like, actually fade away, or is that just for dramatic effect?
No, they definitely fade away.
Yeah. We should save our tears for another time. We must carry on as the king's last wishes. We each have our duties. Let them not go unfulfilled.
Oh, what is doing Gordon's voice? He was an emo boy.
Sorry. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Fuck.
That's okay.
You want to go back and do those lines?
No. Yukio has just said that the reason that the Tifa thing would be triggering is because of the Italy thing. You know, the Zoom
Italy
call,
thing?
the Parliament Zoom call where Tifa porn came on.
Well, I mean, like that, but yeah, but like also at that point, like that's like saying don't do, you know, like no, look, my friend, it don't matter what outfit it is in Final Fantasy 14 of it. There's someone doing some porn of it with or without it. So like it ain't gonna change anything. I've got some bad news about what half the internet is made of and what half the internet was made of in the early 2000s, and it was mostly Tifa porn.
There is a great deal of Tifa porn out there.
Like it's subdued. It's become subdued somewhat, but like there was a time and place where there was if you Russian roulette the like internet, you would definitely there's a strong chance that you would end up on Tifa porn. Half seems like you're lowballing there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're about to meet the first in our Final Fantasy trend of like buxom, cocky pirate girls.
Which where are we going?
We meet her at Paloom.
Okay, so Paloom is the one in the north east, if I'm not mistaken. No, south. Okay, cool. Oh wait. Oh no, yeah, we just gotta go up.
So there's one of those as a playable character in 5, another playable pirate girl, and then like it sort of
Does
devolves.
Riku count as a pirate girl? Because
yeah, because I think that the trope dissolves into sort of like the plucky, buxom, slightly like rough, like warrior lady, like Riku, Fang, that kind of vibe.
Well, it's interesting because you get that distributed across like multiple female characters between Lulu, Riku, and Yuna.
Yeah, but I'm sort of thinking like the hard on the warrior aspect, like Pain maybe also is a good example.
Yeah, well, because I was gonna say this Riku is so like energetic, like not really manic pixie dream girl because it's like she's not really. It's not like you should be seeking out Riku, but like she's like she's the bubbles, but also can kick ass a little bit.
Yeah, you say you shouldn't be seeking out Riku, but people do.
Okay, yes, but clearly, like, people are seeking out pairing to ship in the brothers from fucking Big Hero 6 out here, apparently.
Okay,
like, saying, rationalizing that people do is not on the game. People, weren't you saying something about Hilda be hot? Weren't you just saying the guide was saying that? How do you find 16 pixels long, 16 pixels wide hot? I don't know, but, like, people do be doing what they do.
We had to. Oh, I was about to say we had to do with what we had to make do with what we had, but then I realized this guide was written in 2018.
Yeah, not a lot of excuses at that point. Fuck, man, there weren't a lot of excuses in 2003. I applied for a job not even an hour ago. Already got a call back for an interview. Woo!
Nice Demins.
Go Demins. Yeah, grats. Hilda do be hot though. God damn it. Well, okay, if we're talking about 14 Hilda, yeah, but if we're talking about Final Fantasy 2 Hilda, I'm not sure how you would even know. If Square Enix could cross over with other games, which would it be, and what kind of reward would you be happy with? Yukio, I feel like I keep disappointing you. I hate crossovers broadly. I feel like that's like a terrible question for me. However, I will try to come up with something. But first, Nineri, would you like to voice this character as they are doing some sultry shit?
I can. I've got a slightly sore throat coming on, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. You be lucky. That's just pirate. I'm going with it. I'm rolling with it.
Aren't they a lady?
Yeah, but she's a pirate lady. You be looking for passage to Dice Star, ye. Well, this be your lucky day. Hold on. Let me turn up the quality on the stream.
Oh, here. Let me adjust it. I may have turned it down a little bit. There we go.
Oh, perfect. Just so happens me ship was about to leave for Dice. Be you wanting a ride? Man. Doesn't this seem a little too convenient, Elio? Oh.
Maybe it is, but there aren't any other ships going to Deast. We have to trust her.
There you go. She speaks like a pirate. Me name's Layla.
Also, literally, like, okay, not even trying to avoid the Leia.
Yeah, right. I'll be waiting outside the city for you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're set to go.
That was convenient.
It was convenient, wasn't it?
Also,
well, that's what my character said.
Yeah, like, you're on it. Crossover. Do you have any interesting crossovers?
With 14, I think there is. So I'm not a huge crossover person, but I think there is fertile ground to be had there. I
think there can
love
be,
the way that the Nier one was. I mean, I like the Nier raids, but
the problem with the Nier ones is that the Nier ones just go straight up to doing like a pseudo sequel to Nier instead of just taking Nier and finding a way to kind of more rationalize it in a 14, like what Return to Evil East does. And so if Nier had been like a way to like, if there had been like, oh, you know, the first has been around a long time. There was a long time ago, like a Ronkin or something, like something to like rationalize why the fuck some of that shit was there. I don't care what it is, even if it's stupid. Instead of just being like straight up Nier.
Yeah, well, very, very Yoko Taro to do, but I know exactly what I would want. I would want a Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger crossover.
Oh, see, that would be good. You could definitely make a way to look like even thematically, and a lot of the ideas of Chrono Trigger like already exist in 14, so like you could totally make that work. But that's also only a Square Enix crossover, so that like, yeah.
Yukio has said that some people want a Kingdom Hearts crossover. I just don't think it fits in with the sort of. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want that in 14.
As a huge fan of many of Kingdom Hearts' entries, maybe less so some others, as a man with the Keyblade on the wall, I can tell you I fucking don't want a Kingdom Hearts crossover. Gosh, in 14, it's so done. Like, there's no way to make it work that doesn't just fundamentally rip and tear the metaphysics of 14 or remove all the interesting aspects of Kingdom Hearts. Like, would I take a Kingdom Hearts crossover event a la something like the 15 event?
Yeah, exactly.
And, like,
the event. Yeah.
Totally. Where, like, I can, like, just discount it in terms of canonicity or whatever, and, like, oh, now Gunbreaker, there's a Keyblade Gunbreaker glam or something, like, I could accept, but, like, I wouldn't actively seek that one. But we can talk that once we... Oh, sorry,
they did Yokai Watch well, so they can do any event well, crossover, but, like, if we're talking serious crossover, I think Chrono Trigger is the best candidate. Within
the Square Enix household?
Yeah, well, in general, in terms of any game, any media property, I think Chrono Trigger fits best.
You want to do the story, and then we can get back to the...
Yeah. Trust in pirates doesn't say much for the space you got between your ears. We'll spare your lives, but your loot be ours now. What's this? Is it a fight you be wanting? You really are stupid. Get 'em, boys.
I don't know why, but that just made me think of the epic rap battles of history, Tolkien versus George R.R. Martin, where Tolkien looks to him and says, you're such a fucking pirate, you even stole my RR.
Man, I was never able to get into the epic rap battles of history.
There are some of them that are really good. They're dumb fun, and for whatever reason, like, they just hit me. They came out at the right time, the right place.
Right. Yeah, the thing is, Domin's right. I specifically, like, if they were going to do a Kingdom Hearts crossover, I just wouldn't want any of the Disney stuff.
I don't want any of the Disney stuff in there because of all the problems that would cause.
Right, and then it loses a lot of its Kingdom Heartsness if you take that away, so what's the point?
Right, but, like, also, especially with, like, the nature of the Keyblade and Heartless and all that, like, once you introduce Heartless as a metaphysical idea, the problem is that there has to be, like, if you introduce them, the only reason that the Nier thing is kind of okay is because of, like, the nature of interdimensional bullshit that exists both in Yoko Taro stuff and in 14, and, like, I mean, I guess Kingdom Hearts is kind of starting to do that shit now too, so maybe that's justifiable. But
I just don't need it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with a Sora type character or something. Like, you could take ideas from Kingdom Hearts and put them, like, you could take versions of those characters and make them part of some of the reflections for all I care. But, like, I just don't know what there's to be gained from it.
Yeah, even then, I don't know if I'm on board with that particularly. Enough. I know when I'm beat. Go on then. Do what you're gonna do and be done with it.
That's dark.
Right? What are you up to? You wanna fight the Empire together?
What? Why? Since when do we not just speak? Why can't our characters say something?
It was the scriptwriters' strike. A bunch of outcasts like us, fighting right alongside the likes of other outcasts. I don't know. If we shared some sort of anti-establishment outcast similarities, then maybe, but I think I like the sound of that. I've lost this voice. To your post, boys. Whether it be Diced or the edge of the world, we'll get you there.
Glorious. I'm not trying to bash anything. It's just, why care for the Keyblade glam when it will be replaced in the next patch? Well, then why care about any glam if it will be replaced in the next patch?
Why care about any glam with them?
Yeah, no, I don't think you're bashing anything, but also, like, that notion, genuine, like, I don't mean, like, how dare you? I just mean, like, genuinely confounds me, because it's like, why would you care about anything? For the love of God, no one wake up the mouse. Can't wait for Disney World to be confirmed canon as the 11th shard of it. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, where are we headed to?
We're going to the high seas. The Castle Dice, which is southeast of you.
Okay. World map. Castle Diced Cavern is 16. No, are we going up top to the north northeast?
Yeah, but we need to get out of this inland sea.
Oh, I see what you're saying. To make the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sahagin? No. What?
Fucking burbs. Now I'm just thinking about those burbs in the Stormwind, or not Stormwind.
Wow.
Stormvale Castle. The
Oh,
fucking knife
I hate
feats.
those fucking birds. Especially the ones with the hats on that can spit fire.
I will also fucking tell you what, trying to fight those dudes while also playing a dagger build, while also being drunk, while also trying to talk to you while you're drunk was a fucking time.
Oh my god, yeah, right?
See, how is he swimming through the wood?
It's a portal.
Now you're thinking.
Oh, why is Layla also super weak? Oh man, Portal is such a good game. Portal 2
Portal
as well.
is such a game. I actually kind of like Portal 1 more than Portal 2 because Portal 1's like so short. It's like such a it's such a damn good like snippet. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Not that 2 like overstays its welcome, but it's just like it's in and out and you're like done and it's
Yeah.
ugh.
Portal 1 a lot, but I do think I prefer Portal 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's objectively more, not just more, but like more interesting, more nuanced, more like more stuff going on.
Yeah, no.
You can make the NPC Kyrie and she finally gets something to do KH related. Yeah. Finally gets to have character motivation or character action that isn't just die or be handed the Keyblade. Yeah, so I'm trying not to bash anything, just Keyblade Glam. Yeah, so I'm literally trying to understand what your point was with the Keyblade Glam. Because under that same thing, you're like, well, is the Regalia any good as a mount? Because, you know, there are other mounts that got released after the 15 event. Or, you know, is the Blue Chew Jelly helmet not worth anything because there were other events that came after? So, like, why would the Keyblade... Because you're always going to have the Keyblade Glam then, like, once you get it.
I know what you mean, but I don't. I think that sort of devalues everything then at that point.
Yeah.
Man, it's a shame that all of our companions that we're getting given are really underleveled.
Yep. Well, I don't think they were expecting me to do what I did. But yeah, it is weird, especially when you got Minwoo, who was like so bumped up when we first got him.
Yeah, like. I would feel like Layla would still be underleveled even if we were just playing through the game. Or this game is supposed to be really hard.
Which I can tell you, it is not. Here, let me look at her magic. No, it just has a Thunder Force. Like, she doesn't even have anything crazy or skill. I guess that's one of the benefits of, like, when do skills first come in? 3? Or is 3 still just magic?
No, 3 subclasses have skills.
Right, because I'm just thinking, like, you know, one thing about that is you could just make it, is that provides, there isn't just the spellcaster melee doer dynamic. It's, or I guess ranged as well.
Yeah, and then in that game, you don't get any temporary companions.
Yeah. Okay, I can see on the front. No, like, Yukio, like, genuinely, I'm trying to, like, well, I didn't even mean that as pushback as much as I literally, like, maybe Ninir, you can explain it too, because you said you kind of see their point. Like, I like, fundamentally don't just disagree, I actually don't understand. Like,
well, the way that I read it was just, like, almost a form of, like, nihilism.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, but then, like, also, why play a game? Why play, you know, why do anything, right? I mean, that's literally Endwalker's, the theme of Endwalker's figuring out why do you carry on in the face of existential nihilism at its root. We be doing a stream for live letter? Yes, we do a stream for every live letter.
We do. And then we usually release a little video with me and Ellie afterwards.
Yes.
Well, sometimes.
Go away! Don't come any closer! Is this the right way? Is this where we're supposed to be going?
Yeah? I'll get a map up.
I'm gonna tell my mom! Well, I'm just being like, are we supposed to go to the castle? Because there's also the cavern.
No, the castle.
Okay. I cannot look at that and just keep thinking castle decent nuts.
Yeah, right? Okay, I found an annotated map. Oh, it's very short. Oh, but there's a lot of loot here.
What's the big idea? You're not the bad guys. I thought the Empire had sent their soldiers after us again. Ring? Ask, Wild Rose? Nope. Fuck.
Myth.
I hope my son hasn't caused you any trouble. If he has, I do apologize.
Let's fuck this woman.
What? What? I turned away for 1 second and you're already trying to bed the mothers. My husband was a dragoon. The Imperial soldiers killed him. Well, she is a widow. Along with the rest, my son and I are the only two left. In the room behind us is the last surviving wyvern. It seems to be trying to tell us something, but I cannot speak its tongue. If only we had one of the pendants, we would be able to understand it. The cavern of the wyvern lies north of this castle. God, that something about that reminds me of like some random PS2 game from 20 years ago. Oh, you know what that sound effect? It reminds me of Everblue 2, which is a diving scuba game for like PS2.
Oh man.
Did I learn wyvern and the pendant?
No.
No.
Pendant will be a key item, right?
Oh, I see. Right, so I can just...
Can we still access the rest of Castle Dice? Because there's a lot of loot here.
Should be able to. Ask wyverns. The wyvern's right in here. It's sound asleep right now. My mom says it's gonna die soon, but that's not true, is it? Like, I've got some bad news, kids.
Let's go see the wyvern.
Ooh!
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Yes. I feel like Jen and I was doing the Harry... I was thinking more the Harry Potter basilisk speak. Yes.
I was thinking dragon speak, but I don't have the reverb on my mic for that.
You don't have the natural reverb in your voice, like you can't just like press the button on yourself.
I've often thought about installing a voice changer. Yeah, that door down there is the one we want to go to. The one that we just walked back from.
Okay. What about this one? What's over here?
That's a later one.
Okay. Most likely I have only seen King Mart's key, so I assume that's going to be a reward. Right. But like... Right, so you would like get the kingdom key and it would be a glam, but like, you know, then you always
get like
have
Akla's key, like, but shaped like a staff and stuff like...
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great way to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you do, like, Paladin gets, like, I don't know, fucking, like, the Ultima Keyblade, and then, but it's, like, a short, small one for his sword, and then the shield looks like the Ultima, something like that.
Stuff like that. Yeah, now, and the gummy ship is a mount, maybe?
Ooh! Oh! Don't say that! Now I want it! Fuck! I was so against the Kingdom Hearts crossover!
Yeah, but we can have, like, an event. We can have an event.
Fuck.
Yeah, down this one now.
Because Keyblades were gonna look like weird, and so a little weird. So I was like, whatever. But fuck, a gummy ship mount.
Go left.
That is exciting.
That wasn't left.
That was my left.
You betrayed me. No, up at the top.
Oh.
North, well, I mean, yeah, we may as well. In fact, yeah, let's just empty this room out, and then there's another tome down at. There's another loot down at the bottom if you go south from this room.
Since this is YouTube, we're contractually obligated to say like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Ray Ray. I got a unicorn horn. But where's the unicorn blood?
Well, where are we going to put the unicorn horn?
Look, we are in the place of men who were wielding spears, okay? Like,
yeah.
The fact that there was a random horn in a chest, I'm definitely not discounting the idea that that was definitely a sex toy of the Dragoons.
And you insist that Estinian's straight.
I said he does not give me that energy. I didn't say that Dragoons never give me that energy.
Yeah, Elio, I can't believe that you said that we should criminalize gay marriage. Now we're getting to Diced Kevin.
I would, to be in defense of, like, Estinian wanting a Merrick, I mean, like, it, goes along with Cain wanting Cecil.
Yeah. Listen, I never recovered from Sassunario not being canon, so I need this.
Mickey Mouse ears hat, the Vera can't equip, of course.
Ugh.
Okay, but admittedly, so like you would really have to cut out all the Disney stuff, which also works well because it looks like Kingdom Hearts 4 is just cutting out everything Disney anyways. But other than like Donald and Goofy maybe, but admittedly a Lalafell with a Mickey Mouse hat would be hysterical.
Yeah. Oh, there's been big drama on Twitter this week.
Oh, what about?
About people like drawing porn of Lalafell.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
The Kingdom Heart event starts, and the objective for loot is finding a bunch of puppies. Yes! It's the Dalmatian side quest.
Or no, right.
They just introduced a full, like, what is the mechanic called? You know, like the Moogle mixing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Synthesis.
Yeah.
Everyone gotta go find that orichalcum.
That mechanic is actually ripped from Dragon Quest.
I'm not surprised. Warriors get Terra's Keyblade. I like it. Ninjas get Oathkeeper and Oblivion. I like it. Dark Knights get Riku's Keyblade. Which Riku Keyblade? Are we talking about Way to Dawn, or are we talking about Braveheart? Because if they got Braveheart, I'd be a little brokenhearted, because that is just a car key. White Mages get Kyrie's. Yeah, that fits. That works. That works well.
Who gets
Black Mages, right? Because she's like the spellcaster, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Actually, you know what makes more sense than I like because they get Tep 2 weapons, Oblivion and Oathkeeper makes more sense. But honestly, because of how Ventus wields his, I would say like the ninjas should do Ventus Keyblades. And then what you do is you do Oblivion Oathkeeper for like Paladin, where like the sword is based off of like Oblivion, and then the shield is based off of Oathkeeper or something like that.
Head right and then down there, and there's a little door.
Silver Dalmatian puppy minion. Ooh, Dalmatian puppy minion. Ooh, there's an idea. I like that. Okay, to be fair, I'm having way more fun creating the theoretical Kingdom Hearts crossover event than I think I would have anyway actually playing it.
Yeah, fair.
But actually, maybe we should do that next, like either community stream or MSQ stream, is talk about theoretical events. Because
we could do.
Like, and plot them out, because that'd be a fun time.
Yeah, like community like suggestions for what event to do.
Yeah. And even like, because then also they're like, even if I'm like, oh god, I don't want that, taking the brain space to think through it can be fun. So even if someone said something fucking wild, like, I don't know, Danganronpa crossover, it's like, okay, that sounds terrible, but also
I could go buck wild with that. I could do some shit with that.
Something nearby on the ground catches your eye. Okay, well, what have I begun? Well, that was easy.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of stuff to get in here, though.
Oh, people are buffering? Give me a second.
Oh, do you need to turn the quality back down?
No, it's not that. I have an idea.
Well, stop having ideas if it's tanking the stream quality. Okay, Jade was able to fix it, apparently.
Yeah, so the problem is my partner decided to start holding her meeting and not tell me, so we gotta figure out we'll figure out how to deal with it. We may wrap up a little early then.
It's fair.
Give me one quick second. There are some things I can do to try and improve it. Okay, cool.
So I read the next book in that series that I started reading, the Lot 2 one.
The one that Ray Ray likes?
Yeah. So I read the second book. It was interesting. It was like a whole sort of like spoilers for the series, of course, although I'll try and steer away from specifics. But it was like a elegy to how grief warps reality around it. And it was really interesting to read.
Ooh, good. I am a fan of stories that deal with that. So.
Yeah, the whole book is basically about, like, it gaslights you several times about it.
From like the primary character's perspective, or like how?
The whole thing is like it's the main character. So this is a spoiler. So stop listening now if you don't want to hear about that. But the main character has. So she's a necromancer, right? And I told you about how they can alter their own bodies, and she alters her temporal vortex so that she doesn't remember her lover who dies in the end of the first book, and sort of creates this whole reality around herself that eventually comes crumbling down because of course it does.
Well, that's interesting though. So but if you're someone who's read the first book already, you as a reader are aware of the events that she's removed. So you're experiencing her going through that. Okay.
Yeah, the book itself doesn't clue you into any of that. It just starts as if that was always the case, as if this altered reality was always the case.
Ah, interesting. Well, is it, in a way then, could you possibly like hand someone the second book and not tell them about the first book, and would that work?
No, because it does lead on from the events of the first book.
Okay. Could you like cut it off at the moment of revelation and then hand them the first book and then have them go back to read the second half of the second book?
Yeah, you'd miss out on like a lot of world building and a lot of like setting up characters and stuff. But yeah, you probably could do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also read a really interesting theory about a theory about the cinematography of House of the Dragon.
Oh, go on.
So you know how
there's some really interesting cinematography going on with that.
There is. Oh, sorry. Other side, not this side. Go back up, and then there's some stairs exactly opposite this on the left. Cool. So you know how there's been a lot of people theorizing about how Viserys is like the reason it's fucked up side of his face is facing the Greens is because of like their worst moral standing. But there was a really interesting thing I read about how actually the reason that side of his face always faces the Greens is because they always see the worst side of Viserys. He arguably rapes Alicent. He, maybe not even so arguably, but he refuses to help Aemond after he does legitimately get his eye cut out. They see the worst side of Viserys at all times. Meanwhile, the Blacks get treated gently by him, so they're always on the sort of the brighter, the healthier side of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I was also thinking of the interesting way they use focal depth pulls. So, like for instance, when there's a lot of shots of Rhaenyra, whenever she steps into her role as queen. So, for instance, as in the final shot of episode 10. When it comes in, you get like a radial focal depth of like where the background is completely out of focus and she is the singular focus. But it's not just like a depth of field. It's like a very specific effect. And the only other time it does it in the show is when she's being crowned during her not coronation, but not even crowned, but when she's becoming Viserys' heir at the end of episode 1.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. It's also interesting because they, I believe the director of episodes 1 and 2 also directed 10, which makes it for an really interesting...
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh man, I read the worst take on Twitter the other day. So you know when Rhaenyra receives the page from Alicent via Otto?
Yeah.
So I saw someone on Twitter say, I wish she'd like ripped up the page and thrown it off the side of the bridge.
What?
And then said the line from the books, which she does say in the books, which is... tell my half-brother that I'll either have my throne or his head. And like that quote could have been in, sure, but like you completely missed the point of the whole show if you thought she should have ripped up the piece of paper and thrown it away.
Yes, the olive branch. So literally like all the effort of like the first season trying to still show that there is still some goddamn effort of trying to like reach out even at this 11th hour. Yeah, ripping that up would have been the best idea, especially because that would have also then undercut what is like them still desperately trying. And then to have what happens with Aemon happen, right? Like, that is the moment at which it's like, fuck.
Yeah, I just... If you've gone through this whole series and you haven't understood what they're trying to do between Alicent and Rhaenyra, I feel like you've missed the point of the series.
Yeah. Especially as a focus. And, like, the thing, too, about the antagonistic way that, like, Fire and Blood is written is, like, it makes so much sense from... the perspective of the historians that are writing it. And so it's like...
the whole different characters in Fire and Blood.
Yeah. I just went back to 5 seconds ago and it fixed it kind of. An Ace Attorney crossover Phoenix hairstyle. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, I mean, dude, imagine doing like Hildebrand, but with a Phoenix Wright cosplay.
Oh, that would be good.
Okay, now I want a Godot mask, yeah. Oh, you know what would be really fun? Like, a Professor, in that same vein, a Professor Layton crossover. Professor, just a little mini mystery.
Why not do both, right?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I feel like one reason why one would do both is because, like, Layton would, like, with how relatively small the crossover events are, you'd have to, like, really focus on it. And so you'd either want to do, like, a fake mock courtroom thing from Ace Attorney, or you would want to do, like, kind of like a mini mystery with Layton. You know?
Yeah.
With, like, the
I
little
think the team has the scope and the funding to do both.
But only in like 4 or 5 quests, because that means you need to do all the mini games in one, and then at the end need to do like a whole long courtroom.
You could do more. So, they could expand the scope of it.
Okay.
Like they could have like more mini games and stuff, or more quests.
YouTube's automatically taking me away from the stream to a random video of yours, like 2 times in the past hour. Well, on the bright side, at least it's taking you to a random video of ours.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
Odd, but I'll take it.
Yellow souls. Oh, are these supposed to be like the oh, what are they in Persona? The
Oh, the face thingy?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you think it's, what is that rooted in, right? It's got to be rooted either in like a Japanese like Shinto.
Yeah, it is.
What's the monster, if you can find out what the monster's called in Persona that we can retroactively.
Yeah, I will do. Oh god, there's so many demons in Persona.
I really want to make a Godot Tia. They look like yellow plants versus zombies chili peppers. That is exactly what they look like. By the way, is there an item in here we need, or is this just loot?
Just loot.
Okay, well then I think we'll just go ahead and head out then, because I can always come back to grab stuff.
Okay, fair. God, how am I gonna find what this is? The Mitamas.
Mitamas.
Nigi Mitama. They're supposed to be parts of a person's soul. It's like the id and the superego in the West.
Oh, right. Like the yeah. Word Mitama refers to the spirit of Kami or soul. The dead person is composed of 2 characters. The first of which is me, simply the honorific. The second is the Tama, the spirit. Also reads Mitama. Yeah.
And these are called souls. I feel like there has to be something there.
Yeah, well, because you all, like, even with the art of them, I'm seeing like a yellow, a red, a black, and a blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early Japanese definition of Mitama developed later by thinkers of Motoro Norinaga. Consists of several. Okay, so maintain it consists of several souls relatively independent from one another. The most developed is the Ichirei Shikon Shinto theory, according to which the spirit, the Reikon of both Kami and the human beings, consists of one whole spirit and four sub-souls. The 4 souls are the Aramitama, so rude soul, the Nigi Mitama, the harmonious soul, the Saki Mitama, the happy soul, and the Kushi Mitama, the wondrous soul. And so the wondrous soul is the black soul.
And there is a black soul in the expansion for this game.
Yeah, and so we've seen like red, yellow. We've seen red, yellow so far. So actually, let me just pull up that art so people can see what I'm talking about. So you've got the Mitama, the like different colors. So let's see what they. I may have gotten it wrong. Let's see if they have an actual direct corollary with the colors. Oh, and it's also changed over time. So, like, what each one represents can represent slightly different things. So, like, the Saki Mitama, the happy, loving side, the complete spirit. This is the soul of blessing, prosperity, and the scene of Nikon Kami Onamuchi is described as conversation with his own Saki Mitama. With Shinto also exists the idea that the soul is which brings good harvest. I don't see any, like, association with color from here, but maybe there's, like, one... in Inuyasha, the Shikon Jewel, also known as the Jewel of 4 Souls. Oh, that's why the Shikon Jewel is known as the Jewel of 4 Souls.
Maybe it's more like maybe it's more people associate their certain emotions and stuff with colors.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Itami Shinto colors. So yeah, red is the Ari Mitama, Kushi is black, Nigi Mitama is blue, and Saki Mitama is yellow. Masakaki. Color of Shinto is oh yeah, okay, so there's correlations with like color and Shinto, obviously. I mean, like, torii gates have, yeah. Oh, and you can even see that represented in some of the other things. Okay, cool. Well, let's use teleport. Away with you, foul demon.
Right?
Not sure if I want a full collab for the World Ends With You, but I would like a Mr. Mew minion. I definitely would love, like, a World Ends With You style minigame, like, fight or something. Like, dude, if there was a trial that was, like, somehow a crossover between World Ends With You and 14. I mean, it shouldn't be a trial because, obviously, you don't want a trial from an event because then people wouldn't be able to access the trial if they didn't have it. But, like, even the pseudo trials that they did, like the one they did with, Garuda from 15, where you basically got access to Noctis's teleport ability, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, great. I think that Tui is a really good shout for an event like that. Apparently they dropped the Tui game and didn't Tui 2 and didn't advertise it at all.
They really didn't. Like, I was excited for that game, and I didn't even know. Like, I was like, it's out?
Yeah, right? Like, that game is beloved. Like, the first game is absolutely beloved.
Well, that's the problem with, like, it seems like cult... Like, I don't know what the Japanese, like, response to it was, but, like, if, like, things like that or, like, Metroid that are, like, often beloved in the West, it's, like, either that stuff doesn't feed over, or it's, like, somewhat at some level is like, we don't think it's going to do very good, so they don't put any effort behind it, so it doesn't do very good, so they're like, see, we told you.
Yeah, I wonder what it was like in Japan, how it was received.
Yeah.
Man, it's so hard to find that information in the West.
Yeah. Well, it's because you have to, like, if you're going to be doing it, you got to be searching in, like, Kana at the very least if you want to even start trying to find stuff.
Maybe I can try on the Japanese Wikipedia page.
We seek your aid in destroying the empire of our common foe. Will you help us? Do you want to do Wyvern or me?
I can do Wyvern.
Go for it.
The Empire's poison already courses through my veins. I will not escape the fate that befell my brood.
What are we even asking about at this point? Asking about Wyverns.
I have one last request to make of you. Take this egg to the cavern north of here and submerge it in the life spring. It is the last remaining wyvern egg. This feels familiar. If it is not submerged in the life spring soon, it will wither and die. The wyvern egg's Luke.
Neo Twiwi was good and it got put on Steam now too.
Yeah, it's on Steam now.
I feel like I would still want to play it on Switch though. Like, I feel like I mean, maybe it depends on its performance and stuff, but like, I feel like that's a great console to like be able to take on the go and stuff. I mean, it is a great console to take on the go.
Oh yeah, it got an OVA, didn't it?
Did it?
Oh no, it got like an anime, like a full anime.
Really? I didn't even know that. Jesus, come on.
In 2021.
Wait, stalactites. Aren't these guys in Calusia in the northern half of like over like by like?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. I thought those felt so alien. I thought they were just gonna be like their own thing. That's really interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah, so they got an anime. Interesting.
The stream keeps just ending for people, so I think we'll probably wrap it up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, guys, we'll call it here and we'll start next time. So, first, let me finish. They did the thing where it takes me to a random video of y'all away from stream. This time it was FF1 replay. Yeah, it only seems to happen when I'm away from my desk. Sneaky bastards.
That's
yeah,
so
I
weird.
think what's probably happening is my one of my roommate is like doing that thing, and every so often it's making it dip so low that it's not getting any stream, which makes it like trick it into things that it's ending. So Either way, we will see you guys next week for this. But tomorrow we have Book Lore Book Club we're actually talking about Sylvie Subterrane. Saturday, we will have the community live stream. We're going to be doing Eureka. We'll also be raffling off a copy of the Chronicles of Light. So if you want to be there for that.
Hell yeah.
Sunday I have off. MSQ, we are in Stormblood now. So we are going to be heading into Doma probably Monday. We'll probably also be doing some SAM stuff. But, and we'll just be continuing on through that for Stormblood for the perceivable future for at least a couple weeks.
We love Stormblood.
We do love, yeah.
This
it's
is
been very
a
interesting
Stormblood
already.
Defense Squad stream.
It's been very interesting to talk about it already. Yeah, with all that said, lovely spending this Thursday morning, afternoon with all of you guys, and we'll definitely make sure to. Honestly, at this rate, we're sailing through 2, so we're soon going to be hitting on to 3, probably in like a week or 2, like 2 more weeks or so. So, I've been Elliot Fosharan.
I've been a Neri.
And we will see you all next time. Cheers, everybody!